Have your sports curiosity cured.
There's one down low, big swing at it. McDavid finds Ekholm, open man, in front, back door, first home. Edmonton's second goal of the afternoon. Great look from Kulak. And Dreisaitl's fourth brings the Oilers to within 3-2.
A veteran of the sports reporting game for over 25 years.
Final play, third quarter. Pichardo over the middle. End zone. Got it. Touchdown, Edmonton. First of the career for Benjamin Victor. And a sign of life late in the third quarter for the Elks.
Breaking down Edmonton's favorite teams. This is Sports 1440 and the Kevin Karius Show.
All right, here we go for Sol 523, Monday, October the 20th. 2 words, Game 7. Yes, Game 7, Jays Mariners American League Championship Series tonight. Hey, good morning. Welcome to the Kevin Karius Show on Sports 1440, presented by Sports Select on your AM radio dial on your morning drive into heading into work on a Monday morning, wherever you're heading out on a pretty solid week of weather we're looking at. Once again, you can also watch us on YouTube. Check us out at Sports 1440 AM. Drop us a like and even a subscription. That would be cool. We're also on X, Facebook, even Instagram. As always, we're streaming on iHeartRadio, the TuneIn app, and on sports1440.ca. And if you miss any part of any show, it's where all the podcasts hang out. Where they are hanging out on Apple, Spotify, Google, even Amazon. Just subscribe there as well. We'd love that. Select the auto download. You'll never miss a second of any show. Our text line, 833-401-1440, will be open as per usual. And lots of texts coming in, rolling already with the weekend that was, with the Jays winning last night 6-2 to force a Game 7. And, of course, a debacle of a weekend for the Edmonton Oilers, losing a couple of games on the weekend, including yesterday's 4-2 loss in Detroit. That's 3 losses in a row to drop to 2-3-1. They will wrap up this road trip tomorrow night in Ottawa. Day off today for the players in the nation's capital. So we were actually trying to get Adam Henrique on today, and I made some calls, but on a day off for the players, they can't really get to do any interviews. So that's just the way it goes. Hey, let's welcome in our Monday and Friday co-host from 7 to 9, Grey Cup champion from 2015, all-decade team, Eddie Steele. Good morning, Eddie.
Good morning, KK. So much for starting fast, man, huh?
What's that?
For this Oilers team.
Wow, yeah. So I said that over at K97 when I did my hit. Yeah, so much for the fast start. 2-3-1. You know, if you get a win tomorrow, you're 500 after 7, so you're probably okay with that. But still, not good enough. I mean, when you don't play with the intensity, with the will, with the drive in any sport, it doesn't matter where you are and what you're at. If you don't play hard, you're not going to win.
You got to be about it in as much lip service, the words, you can say all the right things. Yeah. You want to start fast, you can put the big dogs together.
Do this,
but
do that, you
got to be about it, man.
Just play hard.
Now, with
play
that being
desperate.
said, play desperate, man.
Urgency.
Like your life's on the line.
Yes.
But KK, with all that being said, we've heard the same murmurs coming out of this team, this club for the past 3 seasons now. And they made a back-to-back cup finals, so this bodes well, I guess, right?
Yes, I guess. But it would be nicer if you, like, again, just even a split on the weekend games. But, it's funny. So what happened? Detroit lost their first game of the year. Todd McClellan went in front of everyone and said, what's going on here? What are we doing? This was one game, Eddie.
Ripped him pretty good.
Ripped him. What are we doing? What's going on? And what had happened? Now the players responded because, well, like, Todd, I've known Todd for 50 years. He's not going to mess around.
No, absolutely not.
So.
No, and we've seen it and it's the same core, same group that's been here for seasons now. So this is who they are, Kevin.
Yep. Last night, all eyes on the Blue Jays game. Toronto wins at 6-2, and they get some good fortune because they had 3 double play balls. Trey Savage did the job, threw well, but the 3 double play balls in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th inning, 2 of them with loaded bases. I mean, that's how you call getting out of jams, man. And, the 7, 8, 9 hitters in the ALCS have been doing the job. Barger, it was Barger's turn last night because he got dropped in the order. I mean, the guy was batting cleanup for Pete's sakes here.
Man,
so
that one hit, boy, Barger.
The home run?
The home run. Yeah. Barger's jacked too, huh?
Oh, yeah.
He's stacked up, man.
Yeah.
That double play, though, I believe it was in the 4th when
Vladdy?
Yeah.
Good play by
That was a really good play. And Savage, he got himself in a little bit of trouble, but
he
was able to get out. Was it the 4th when he had to go through the heart of the lineup? I mean, deep question on a Monday morning.
I mean, he went 5 2/3. He gave up the 2 earnings. One of them, like he had been pulled already, had the 7 strikeouts, threw 87 pitches. But that's, he gave up the home run to Naylor. And, after that, you can, like, his velocity falls off. You can tell, and that's why he got pulled the last game. His velocity wasn't there where it was at the beginning. So
Hoffman started to give me a little bit.
Did he? Oh, no.
A little bit leery at the end because they were talking about the most he's ever thrown in a game this season was 33 pitches. He was getting up there, 32, 34.
I hope he's got, an inning left in him tonight. Because honestly, I had thought, but you got to get to game 7 first. I had thought maybe Schneider might take him out after the 8th when he got through the heart of the order. He still had to get through like 5, 6, 7.
He did. Well, and then he had to put that one pitch in the bag because it was starting to get a little loose on him. Just throw the fastball, finish him, baby.
Yeah, he had a couple that were like 3 feet in front of the plate, man.
And that's when I thought, oh boy, he's getting up there. But
Mariners had 3 errors. That cost him a lot. I don't know. Did you see the Vladimir Guerrero little kind of base hit where he broke his bat? He actually hit the ball 3 times.
Yeah.
So it hit the bat to start, and then it hit where the bat broke, and then it hit sort of on the barrel-ish.
You know what that reminds me of?
No, what?
When you're going to chip it, you double hit it.
I'm not familiar with that.
I've never done that before.
Oh, I've done it a lot.
Yeah, me too.
I was so glad when they changed that rule in golf because they used to. Now it's just one stroke.
The old double hit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But it actually, if you look at it in slow-mo, it hit the bat first, and then where the bat cracked, and it broke the bat quite a lot. And then it just caught a little bit of that where it broke, and then again sort of rolled down the barrel of it.
We talked about it on Friday. Vladdy showing up. 6 home runs this postseason, man. Showing up.
I'll tell you what, though. As impressive as that was, I really thought, I guess it would be the 7th inning. So he gets hit, and he gets down to second, and there's a pitch in the dirt, and he knows I can get to third here. So to me, that's almost as impressive. That manufacturing that run, because now Cal Raleigh, he was in panic mode. He throws down to third, goes down the line, and it's another error there, and Vladdy scores.
Yeah, he was tuned in, and you expect these guys to be tuned in and their base running to be top notch at this point in the season. But you're right to manufacture that the way he did. I gotta say too, man, Josh Naylor. He's just one of these guys, man. He's an anomaly because he does not look like he should be out there. He doesn't look athletic. He looks bad-bodied, but this guy continues to get lumber on that ball, man.
Jim Baba, who was on this show a couple of months ago, he just passed away from cancer too. Jim Baba, I said something on our group chat, and Jim Baba worked 21 years for Baseball Canada. He's forgotten more about baseball than I'll ever know. And I said something just exactly what you said. He came at me right away. He goes, he's always had that body type, and that's why he's successful. He doesn't try to get fitter, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, he is who he is. Comfortable in it.
The guy stole 30 bases with that body. 30 bases
this
year.
Whoa.
Yeah. And
you'd beat him in a foot race, KK.
I don't know about that, Eddie, but that's how he's a smart player. And it's too bad. I was thinking about this after he hit that home run yesterday. It's too bad that the Jays don't have a spot for him because he's a free agent and he would be awesome.
Oh, he's due to be one.
But where, what are you going to do? Like it's just not a fit for the Blue Jays.
No,
so
it wouldn't be a fit.
Yeah. Hey, let's welcome in the Duke of Delburne on a Monday morning, and have to give props to Brad German, all the staff at Chop Steakhouse on Saturday night. the Duke, Eddie, Ladislav Schmid, and myself went out with the Schmitz. There was about 16 Schmitz. No, just kidding. But Darren Schmidt was he bought it during the John Sexsmith Month of Giving auction, and we went for dinner and then we kind of, Eddie and myself and Laddie were the old guys, right? So we kind of had to pack it in. The Duke continues on with the Schmitz. Went out and played some table games. And stuff.
Do tell.
Well, yeah, nothing really too much to tell. They were ready to keep going. So a little bit of peer pressure involved by each of you two, Laddie, and some of the guys at the table there too. They came back here to the mall, dipped in the casino. I tagged along, and it was good. Yeah, they played quite a bit of craps, which is a game that I seem to have to relearn every time I go to play it. So I just observed for a bit, dipped out to play a little roulette. Got to dip into the dingers, of course. That's obligatory for me when I'm in a facility like that. But they started off pretty cold on the craps table. But then Darren, the guy right before Darren, and then Darren went on a couple really nice runs as rollers. So I think each of the guys came out ahead when they finally left the table, and then we just donated it all back at the blackjack table. So we were sitting there. We got some really bad beats. Like it felt like it was like 4 hands in a row. The dealer just like flipped 21 right like in 2 cards. It was like, well, what is a guy to do? What are you gonna do?
But what a meal at Chop. I mean, Brad German and the staff.
What a meal is
You
great.
had prime rib, Eddie, right?
No, I had the ribeye.
Ribeye, yeah.
Nice 13-ouncer.
13. Yeah, I had the filet. Duke, I can't remember.
I had top sirloin.
Top sirloin.
Yeah.
Laddie goes, could I get extra vegetables instead of the potato?
And then
hey, I did it too, though.
Eddie followed
I did it
suit.
too.
I didn't.
That's because and Laddie said that's how you get the 8-pack, and then the waitress referenced back to that several more times throughout the evening, particularly when Laddie declined on the dessert portion of our 4-course meal.
Okay, so Eddie has the upside down
pineapple upside down cake, baby.
And then you went home on the way home. On the way home, you picked up a blizzard.
Yes.
Come on, man.
Well, the cake got the sweet tooth activated, man. Gotta fulfill it.
Unbelievable.
So it was a nice meal, but it was stretched out. So we ate a lot of food, KK, but it wasn't all at once. So we had our nice appetizer. I had the crab cakes initially.
Yeah.
And then they brought me the nice soup. I had the seafood chowder.
Yeah, you did have the chowder.
And then I had the rib and vegetables, and then the cake with a blizzard after that. So it wasn't that bad. We were there for 3 hours.
Yeah, we were there a good 3 hours. But thanks, Darren, for purchasing that. And again, I'm sure we'll probably be doing another one.
It was a good time. Yeah. Good group of guys. Those fellas were awesome.
They were a lot of, even when we went to the casino afterwards, like we weren't getting after crazy, but just, hanging out at the craps table, chopping it up a little bit. They're really good group of guys.
Easy going.
Very, very fun evening. I was glad to be lucky enough to tag along.
Laddie's a savage.
Oh, man. Those guys, I mean, they just wanted to listen. Laddie, you had some good stories too.
No, but Laddie goes. He goes. I know. I just sit back, just listen.
I'm glad we were kind of out of the way a little bit because Laddie's so unfiltered.
Yeah.
And
I thought his buttons, man. I thought they were
gonna pop.
Yeah, buddy, they were screaming.
Text 833-401-1440. What do we got? Like a lot of Oilers here. Gordon D. Morning, guys. Oilers are playing boring games. No hitting, no scoring, no fighting.
No,
there you go.
Well, to me, the word is engagement.
Yeah.
Just no engagement in the game. And Spec mentioned it, I believe, in the piece recently, the perimeter game. And this is who they are. We've talked about this for now many years on this station, on this program, KK.
Mm-hmm.
They got to get in the guts. They got to get engaged in the game, the gritty parts of the game, the corners of the game.
Yeah.
And the reality is, Kevin, you can talk about this till the cows come home. Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, 1 goal, 5-on-5.
And the puck flipped off of Leon's stick there with 2 minutes left last night. That doesn't happen.
On that breakaway there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying he would have scored.
No, I know, man.
I mean,
and the way it bounced to him too, because I believe it kind of got redirected and it was just perfect. But the way he tried to bring it back and lost it.
Just a quick note, on Friday night, Double E season comes to an end in the sense of a playoff opportunity. What did you make of, I mean, they were in the game till that pick 6 pretty well, right?
Yeah, up till half. It was 10-10 at half. And BC came out in the second half and bent them over their knee and said, "You're my little boy. You're my little boy. You're my little boy." Good hard 3 whacks, because now it's been 3 times this year that BC has sunned the Edmonton Elks.
So BC Calgary at 10-7, Winnipeg's 9-8. There's still a lot of movement that can happen here in the final week of the season. The Elks are home to Calgary on Friday night. Montreal is in Winnipeg, and then BC's in Saskatchewan. So that Saskatchewan game for the Riders, well, they've got another, they're out going to have a bye the following week. So maybe they play a lot of their guys for what?
You want to hear some words that you'd never hear out of my mouth?
Sure.
Start Trey Ford.
Okay, yeah.
I want to see them play Trey.
Yeah.
Why not? Cody's performance, I said this last week, and I've said this on Elks Nation podcast. If you look at it for the past 6 weeks, it's really declined. Yeah. And then it fell off a cliff with his worst game this past weekend.
Yeah. I'm with you too. You might as well, But here's the thing, you're going to have that one game, and what if he falls out and has a great game? I hate when that happens at the end of the season.
Yes.
Because it's always the poor evaluation.
It's true.
It happened with the Oilers for 10 years. Guys at the end of the year come on and these guys are great.
Yeah, and then all off season, that's what the chatter is.
Next year,
yeah, that's a good point, Kevin.
Coming up on the big program, we got Alan Mitchell, our leadoff man on a Monday morning. You hear him every day here from 12 to 2 on Sports 1440. Mark Spector in his usual time slot at 8 o'clock. He would have made his way to the nation's capital, I would imagine, last night. Scott Reynolds, the Pewter Report, covers the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We got 2 games in the NFL on the Monday nighter. So we've got Tampa Bay in Detroit and Houston and Seattle. So we'll get, that could be a very high scoring game, Tampa Bay and Detroit. We'll see what happens. But Tampa's receivers banged up. We'll see if Book is going to play. Evans, there's talk.
Is that in Tampa?
It's in Detroit.
In Detroit?
Yeah, it's in Detroit.
So. Oh, that'll be high scoring.
Yeah, and that's a track. Yeah,
exactly.
And Baker Mayfield's been great.
Exactly.
The Detroit guys can.
They'll put them up.
They could put 50 on the board.
In Tampa, Tampa can put up 30 easy too.
We talked about the passing of John Sexsmith on Friday. Went to the Bears hockey game on Friday night. We're going to have Bob Stauffer in, and Bob and Gene Principe did a really nice tribute to John on Saturday's Oiler game in the second period intermission, I believe it was. Bob and John go way, way back, and I texted Bob yesterday, you want to come on? He says, you betcha. So Bob Stauffer will be by at 9:20. We'll just kind of go down memory lane with Johnny, and a couple of stories and things like that. It was a great weekend in the sense that a lot of great memories flooded back, and so many people reached out to guys like myself and Dave Jameson and guys like that. And we'll discuss some of those stories again with Bob at 9:20. Landon Ferraro, you hear him every pre and post on Sports 1440 with Walker and Donnie P. He'll be with us at 10, and then Connor Halley from Fantasy Frenzy. Man, some crazy stuff went down in the NFL. We'll bust that down as the morning progresses as well. When we come back, Alan Mitchell, the Lowdown with Low Tide. He'll be with us right after the break. It's the Kevin Carey Show with the Duke of Delburne and Eddie Steele on Sports 1440, presented by Sports Select. We're also streaming on YouTube, X, Facebook, and Instagram.
For Sally hockey fans, your partner in power just skated onto the ice. EWEL.ca, the new e-commerce website for electrical wholesalers Edmonton, is ready for the power play 24/7, 365. UL skates to where the puck will be in 5 years. Now that's forward thinking. Killer selection, slamming products from the best brands, and legendary service. Don't sit on the bench. Get your account today at EWEL.ca and win that project. Plug into your partner in power. Get an EWEL.ca account today.
Today on Hey Culligan, how smart is your water? Here's Tracy.
Hey Culligan, I think my water might be dumb.
Good news, Tracy. Your water's not dumb. It's just not talking to you.
You can make my water talk.
No, but the new Culligan Smart Drinking Water System can talk to your phone to tell you when your water filters need changing and help you meet drinking water goals.
Now that's some brilliant H2O.
You said it, Tracy, and we're already on the way. Let us help you out with a free in-home water test from a local Culligan water expert at Culligan.ca.
Come for Canada's largest trade shows, the biggest names in entertainment, exhilarating sporting events, and more. And stay for the experience at the Edmonton Expo Centre. Looking for the perfect place to host your next big event? From trade shows to galas, meetings, and concerts, the Edmonton Expo Centre has the space, event expertise, and service to make your next event unforgettable. With over 522,000 square feet of flexible event space, in-house catering, and operational expertise, they bring your biggest vision to life. Learn more at EdmontonExpoCenter.com today.
This hockey season, before every game, check out the pregame show with Andrew Walker on Sports 1440. It's brought to you by Titan Supply, your only source for rigging, lifting, and hauling products. Visit titansupply.ca.
Hey there, this is your wake-up call. It's time to change to your winter tires. Unless you want to be sliding and swerving around icy roads like you're some kind of dummy, head to Big Toy Shop and get it done right for a great price. We won't lie to you, inflate your bill, or waste your time. Time to change your tires. Big Toy Shop, 8315 Argyle Road. 780-298-2797.
Heard of Uline? You know, the have-it-all in-stock, ready-to-deliver shipping and industrial supply specialists. The company that does things for you that are unheard of, like keeping 41,000 items in stock in our own warehouses. With customer service reps on the line to get you what you need, when you need it, 24/7, 365, every time. Maybe you heard it here first. Want to hear more? Visit uline.ca. ULINE, your shipping and industrial supply specialists.
Portions of this hour brought to you by Nectar.io, transforming field data into boardroom insights. Nectar.io is the all-in-one solution for your fleet, safety, time tracking, and materials management needs. Nectar.io, your business made better.
Have your sports curiosity cured with the Kevin Karius Show. This is Sports 1440.
All right, welcome back to the big program. 7:22 in Edmonton. Time now for the Puck Report, brought to you by Fountain Tire. If you need tires, but your wallet isn't ready, well, Fountain Tire is the place to be. We got you covered. 0% financing for 6 months or easy equal payments over 12, both with no interest, because road ready should also mean wallet ready. See us today, fountaintire.com, as we welcome in our Monday morning leadoff man, Alan Mitchell. You hear him every day, 12 to 2, the lowdown with Low Tide. Good morning, Tide. Wasn't that something last night? What are you doing tonight? You're not doing anything tonight, are you?
Watching the baseball game, buddy boy. That was a great game by the Jays. You know, they got to Logan Gilbert twice in this series. The first time they let him off the hook by giving up a pair of 3-run homers from the bullpen. This time, one of the stories, depending upon how this ends, even if it ends, in a Seattle win tonight, Trey Yusavich has really announced his presence with authority. And I've seen a million of these where young pitchers come up and they pitch well and then they kind of fade a little. And Yusavich, I think he's 6 or 7 starts into his career. He just looks so damn good. I mean, what a perfect time for him to emerge. And I think his pitching here in the postseason will be legend as years go by.
Yeah, and I mean, you think about it's kind of weird to say, where would they be without him? Because Bassett's not throwing like he was. Barrios is on IR. I mean, they don't have the depth as they had earlier in the season, Tide.
Yeah, it's true. A lot of pitching now, a lot of major league staffs are, you remember Dodgers last year where they were running out of pitchers as they were winning the World Series. You're just, it's like haywire, binder twine, a little spit, and I don't know, LePage's glue out there or Elmer's glue. I mean, it's tough, and Gosman has pitched really well for them, as has Yusavich, but the Mariners on the other side, Gilbert has struggled, Kirby struggled in his start, but they have the superior starting pitching based on what we knew coming into the series. But Yusavich just kind of reset that, and that was a massive win under tremendous pressure. I know the bats got going, but Yusavich, he got through 5, and the way he did it, where they had him on the ropes, and he
double
got
plays, man. Mm-hmm.
Like 3 of them, right? And that's something you expect from in his prime 29-year-old guy, and he's not that. He's just a young kid, and he did extremely well.
With gonads of steel, man. Like he's not getting phased. He's not blinking. And you talked about the starts, Tide. 3 regular season starts, and now this was his 3rd postseason start. This is something that nobody's ever really seen before. To shoulder the load that he is shouldering with the inexperience, because as well as he's playing, he's very inexperienced, and to be showing up in the moments, it's incredible. Now, we continuously hear about how good of a fundamental team this Jays team is. And, you take out the first 2 games of this series here that were in Toronto where they didn't look very good. I mean, we're seeing the fundamentals shine, getting contact on the balls, fielding, good defensive plays. You're someone who's been around the game of baseball quite a long time, Tide. I just want to get your opinion on the fundamentals that we are hearing about these Jays and why they're so successful.
Well, everything they do, there's Vladdy Guerrero, I never liked him at third base. He was too big a man. There's so much that has to happen at third base. And when he went to first base, he was not fabulous, but he has worked so hard. And I'm thinking about one particular play, balls drilled to him, and they get a double play, but they needed a strong first throw from Vladdy, and they got it. I mean, it was just a really, really good throw. And he's so fundamentally sound. Clement is just brilliant. Alejandro Kirk behind the plate, he frames the ball really well. There's this team has, and it's tough, right? Because most MLB teams have a center fielder who doesn't hit a lick, and the Jays, they want a bat in there, of course, and sometimes they'll put Miles Straw in, but they're because of the fact that they can pick it and they can play so well. And I mean, that trade with Cleveland for the second baseman / shortstop, whose name I cannot remember, boys. Karius, what's the name of the guy?
Give me a little more. What was it? The trade with
So the Cleveland Guardians, they got him, but just in the off season they got him.
Jimenez?
Yeah, Jimenez. Sorry. Yeah, he's really good. I mean, he's hit some home runs here, but he's a really good glove man. And I remember when that trade was made, people were all over him. Donovan was just like beside himself with they wasted money. But the guy can pick it and he can play, and that's we don't because our brains work in a certain way. We go, oh, I did a great defensive play, but we don't realize that you make an error on that. That's an extra out, and maybe that's 2 runs, and it's 5-4 or 6-4 going into the ninth. Different game, and the Blue Jays are. I mean, I thought their play against the Yankees really exposed why MLB teams, a lot of them, they play, the Phillies do, they play, I want to get my bat in the lineup, and that can be a problem. It really, truly can. And the Jays are, I think, one of the reasons they are where they are is they can play defense. They can play defense. And even down to, as I said, Kirk, I mean, he does not look like the world's greatest athlete, but he is a tremendous baseball player.
Yes. Well, I'll tell you what, I liked that trade when they made the deal for Jimenez. I really liked it because it's not too long ago. He was an all-star, Tide, and he had 17 home runs when he was playing for Cleveland in 2022. He had 69 RBI. He almost batted 300 that year. He was an all-star. The year later, similar numbers, fell off a little bit in his batting average. But as you say, just think, I mean, if Bo Bichette's in this lineup, there's a good chance that he's probably not even playing right now. Because they're probably not taking Ernie Clement out because he's hitting the ball so well. Jimenez is a better glove than Clement, and he's a natural second baseman, not a shortstop. So it would be interesting to see what they would do. But, I mean, he's been just an absolute blessing. There's 7, 8, and 9 hitters, Tide, have 4 home runs, 12 ribbies in the series. Well,
Lucas is in there, right?
I mean, no, Lucas is
Where's
top
Lucas?
of the order.
He's top of the order? Okay, I thought
but they dropped Barger down. Barger was at 4, and then now they dropped it down to 7. So, but 7, 8, 9, and that's Clement, and that's Jimenez, that's Barger, that's all these guys. They've been fabulous. I should mention the one thing that when you're talking about Savage, he's had 28 starts this year. 28.
Yeah.
Started in A-ball and has worked his way up, and I think he's around 130 plus innings right now.
Yeah.
So for a 22-year-old, you would say this too, Tide. Most 22-year-olds aren't throwing that many innings at this point.
No, it's true, and you always worry about shoulder or elbow injuries, but having said that, he has the look of an ace, and I'll be interested in seeing how much they use him next season, especially early, because that's a lot of innings. You're right, that's a lot of innings on an arm so young.
Let's switch gears to hockey. What the hell's going on with the Oilers, Tide?
Well, I mean, my opinion is the goaltending is kind of settled in, not bad. The defense is supposed to be good, but they've made some big mistakes, in games. And Bouchard is Nurse, Ekholm. They are all on this road trip. They've all made errors, but they're not scoring 5-on-5. And I know people are going, what the hell's going on with Roslovic and all these other guys? But, Leon Draisaitl scored his first 5-on-5 point yesterday of the year. And so, I think once the McDavid and Draisaitl get going, then, you're going to see more wins. But their 5-on-5 scoring has been poor. Defensively, they're not as bad, although they made some mistakes on this road trip. But they look discombobulated. And I've said for many years that the Oilers, uniquely, I think, among the really strong contenders, they simply don't really get ready in training camp. Their first few games of the NHL season are really, well, let's see what Roslovic can do. And, we've got Savoy here. Maybe he can do something. And they're, you tell me what the set lines are. I will give you a $20 bill. And I don't throw money around, Karius. You tell me what the lines are. You go ahead. I'll give you a lot. You give you 2 hours. You tell me what the lines are right now.
Do you mean that started the game or finished the game or whatever?
You tell me what the line, tonight when Knobloch wakes up in the morning, what are his lines? You tell me.
Okay, I'll bet he goes with Connor, Leon, and I'm not sure who's going to play right wing. Maybe it'll be Mangiapane again. Not sure. Nuge will play with Roslovic, I think. And you can insert whoever you want there. But if they separate those two, I'd rather have Podkolzin with Leon, and you might as well put Kappen in there too. I would imagine Tide. I mean, how do you take Philp out again after he scores a goal? I don't know why he was taken out the time before.
No, so you can't. You can't take Philp out now. He's the only guy who scores at 5-on-5. Him and Nuge.
So, Low Tide, let me ask you this. You said the guy's got to get going. Let's unpack that more. How does Connor McDavid get going? Because he's goalless and he's got some assists, but he needs to be better. How does he get going?
Well, first of all, the ice in the tri-state area around New York was awful this weekend, and that does a skilled guy like McDavid, that impacts him. But he's passing off. Good God! Yeah. I mean, he passed to Troy Stetcher on a point blank. He did it again yesterday, and that's for me when a hockey and it's ridiculous for me to be criticizing Connor McDavid, but historically, I watched a lot of hockey, and when a player is starting to they used to say holding his stick too tight. There's a confidence, man. Even if you're Connor McDavid, you have moments where you're maybe not as confident in your shot. And, he did on the power play. He took a shot and damn near scored. I think he needs to shoot because I do think he's easier to defend because you can play the pass and be right. And so if he the next 10 times he's got the puck in that position shoots it, then maybe the teams will back off that a little bit. But the Oilers are predictable. McDavid is doing things that we know historically he does. He tries to stick handle through 3 guys. It never works, and he's brilliant at it. But I shouldn't say never works. It works against the Rangers. It has a few times, but he's a brilliant player. But he's not playing his smartest game right now. And as far as Leon is concerned, I think he's not shooting the puck enough. You could, level that criticism at Mangiapane too. Shoot the puck more. You never know when it's going to go in. And I honestly, I think Nuge is showing the way. And I do think that they're second to the puck a lot. And that's McDavid, but it's also everybody. You got to be first to the puck, and that's just determination. And they need Zach Hyman because he's never second to the puck.
The one thing and this is nothing new here, but when Connor and Leon play together, it's worrisome for me that when one of them has the puck, they look for the other guy first, no matter what.
Yep.
And 9 times out of 10, Tide, as you see, they usually dish it off to that guy instead of the other 3 guys that are on the ice.
Yes.
Yep. And that's predictable. So teams play that way.
Sure.
It's in a way it's maddening because you when you recognize things, you should that are counterproductive. You should change them. But it's easier said than done, right? Chemistry is a thing, and you're always looking for that other guy. But you see it on the power play right now. I mean, when McDavid's on one side of the ice and Draisaitl's on the other, and it's killing them that they can't pass it through 16 skates and 4 sticks, to get it there. But use the other guys. Like Savoy was out there on the power play, and he was skating around trying to find, and nobody was looking at him. And that's you gotta use the whole team.
Real quick, Low Tide, thoughts on Savoy and Howard so far through this early portion of the season?
Well, I like Savoy's game a lot. I think there's a lot about Savoy's game that is a positive, and I think that Knobloch has correctly identified him as a great player in terms of utility. He can play on any game situation. He can play up and down the lineup. I'd like him to get some time with higher skill guys because Henrique has lost a step and he's not there. He's just not a skill center on a skill line anymore. And Howard, I didn't like him in the rookie tournament, and I think he's been better at every game. I do think he'll probably end up in Bakersfield, but I'm also convinced there's a player there. He's pretty smart. He does a lot of small things well. He passes better than I thought, and he does drive to the net. So I think they've got 2 keepers there, and it's just a matter of how much they'll be used by the coach. I think that you're going to see Howard sent down. I know they put Regula on IR, but I think eventually Howard will get sent down. And then they'll find a way to move Savoy up the depth chart as time goes on. It's so hard for a coach to run a line with a faltering, aging center and 2 rookies on the 4th line. That's a line you avoid. And so I think that alignment has to end, and it probably ends when Howard gets sent to Bakersfield.
What's coming up on the lowdown today, Tide?
Well, I'm going to tell you, we have Jason Greger. And Rachel is going to join us Tuesday instead of today. Yeah,
You gotta be kidding.
I'm sorry. I understand that. Things are changing for you. You can't go out in the garden and pick everything now. That's not all available to you. So the seasons change, Karius. You've got to adjust with the times.
It's all about adjusting, right? That's the key.
That's right. That's right. And we'll have declinations. Will be Mama MMA. We're obviously going to talk about the Jays. I'm happy with the Eagles and their win on the weekend. We'll talk about the Elks as well. I think that a lot of credit has to be given for what was a really great second half. They're not going to feel like that right now. They're going to be bummed, and I understand that. But I sure hope they bring back like as many as you can because I think they turned a corner that has been turnable and not turned since the pandemic. This has been a tough time for a great organization, and I feel like they got some of that back this year, and I believe we should give credit for it.
We'll see what kind of crowd they get on Friday night. To be honest with you, Friday for a late October game, it's going to be a pretty nice evening. Unfortunately, the game will kick off at 7:45, so that's the problem.
Yeah, it is, and weather will decide it.
Yeah. All right, Tide. Thanks, big guy. Have a great show today.
All right, be good, boys.
That's Alan Mitchell. Hear him every day, 12 to 2, Lowdown with Low Tide and the Puck Report, brought to you by Fountain Tire. Again, we got you covered if your wallet isn't ready for tires right now. 0% financing for 6 or even 12 months. No interest. Road ready should mean wallet ready. See you today at Fountain Tire. When we come back, we'll talk a little CFL, maybe a lot of NFL too, because there were some crazy games on the weekend. That's coming up. Kevin Karius, Eddie Steele, Duke of Delburne on Sports 1440, presented by Sports Select. We're also streaming on YouTube, X, Facebook, and Instagram.
Whoa, who turned off all the lights?
Experience the new charcoal menu at Booster Juice.
Charcoal menu?
Introducing the Eclipse Smoothie, Blackout Booster Mixer, and Midnight Booster Ball.
Where's that voice coming from?
Dark and delicious, made with activated charcoal.
Can we please turn the lights back on?
Sorry, I'm just excited about the new charcoal menu.
Wow, that is good.
Right?
Available now, only at Booster Juice.
Hi, Mike here from Northgate Chevrolet Buick GMC. I'm super excited to tell you today that we have fed over 250 families so far with our Feed 500 Families event. With that said, we are still short of our goal. We have decided to continue this on through to the end of October. With your help and your support, we can get this done. Please stop in and see us today, 13215 97th Street, or visit us online at northgategm.com.
Edmonton Elks Spectacular is back, presented by Goodwill. October 24th versus the Calgary Stampeders, featuring pumpkin carving contest and more. Plus, we're collecting donations supporting Edmonton Women's Shelter Win House. Tickets at goelks.com.
The madness continues at the Brick. Get your home ready to host. Save up to $1,200 on Made in Canada sofas and sectionals, up to 30% off coffee tables and nightstands, and up to 25% off bedroom and dining. Buy more, save more, up to $1,000 off appliances. Hockey season is here, and so are big savings on big screen TVs. Save up to $800, plus get free local delivery on screens over 50 inches. The Brick, saving you more.
Looking for an all-season vehicle with room for the hockey gear, comfort for the daily commute, and rugged capability for your weekend adventures? That's the all-new 2025 Jeep Compass, and you'll find it during the biggest sale of the year this month at St. Albert Dodge. Now, what can I say? It's a Jeep, it's a 4x4, and it's loaded with standard features like an 8.4-inch touchscreen, keyless entry, and heated front seats, all starting from just $34,900. Head up the trail and see how easy it is to do business at St. Albert Dodge.
Mr. Rooter meets a ghost. 1 plunge, 2, and 3. A toilet clogged with a ghost? Man, I love plumbing. You're free now.
I will never find peace. The clog is fixed, yes, but I have never trusted the sump pump.
No problemo. I can fix that. Now go to the light, you little scamp.
Thank you, Mr. Rooter.
To resolve your unfinished plumbing business, trust one plumber, Mr. Rooter.
Edmonton's go-to station for all things sports is Sports 1440.
From Low Tide to Kevin Karius and Jason Greger, we deliver the latest on your favorite teams.
Tune in 24 hours a day, 7 days a week
to Sports 1440.
Monopoly Double Play is back at McDonald's. So let's practice winning. You just won 25 grand and go.
Yes.
I said 25 grand.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Much better. Okay, now you just won a brand new Chevrolet Corvette. I think she just fainted. Impressive. Feel like a winner on pack and in-app. Monopoly Double Play is back. While supplies last, 1 in 5 chances to win game piece prizes at outset. Chances to win draw prizes depend on number of entries in each draw. Cash prizes payable by e-transfer. See rules in-app.
When it comes to choosing a hair clinic, the difference is in the doctor.
I'm Dr. Vance Elliott. Transforming how you feel about yourself is a very personal experience, and I'll work directly with you every step of the way.
Physicians come from all over the world to learn from Dr. Elliott.
When your personal goal is to help other people achieve theirs, you must deeply understand the latest treatments.
Want to feel confident and comfortable? The difference is in the doctor.
I'm Dr. Vance Elliott at drvanceelliott.com.
Canada, Crave is now the exclusive streaming home of Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune.
Let me hear you if you want to win.
2 of the most iconic game shows in television history.
You never know what's going to happen around here.
Stream new seasons next day on Crave.
I'm excited already.
Plus, dive into a massive library of classic episodes, which include Canadian legend Alex Trebek.
Answer. Daily Double.
Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune. Stream now, only on Crave. Subscribe at crave.ca.
With over 30 years of sports experience, this is the Kevin Karius Show, brought to you by Sports Select.
Bet on the original at sportselect.com. Please play responsibly.
All right, welcome back to the big program. 7:44 in Edmonton. Kevin Karius, Duke of Delburne, Eddie Steele with you. We got Josh Fenwick, Sam the Record Man in studio as well, taking care of business on the boards as well. Kevin Karius Show is presented by Sports Select. Get in on the action with hockey. Well, how about NFL football? You got the 2 Monday nighters tonight. Bet on the original at sportselect.com. It's 100% legal. You got to be 18 years plus. Please play responsibly. Text 833-401-1440. Doug texted in, Kevin, Eddie, who am I to question any coach, but give me your opinion on Knobloch and his constant line shuffling. To me, they look like they're disorganized at times. Well, Al Mitchell brought it up. Can you name the lines? No, I mean, it's just, isn't that It's been like that a lot.
I was going to say, man, since we've been doing this program together, so we're on year 3. Has there ever been a phase or a period where it's actually been consistent?
No.
It's always been juggled.
Yeah, it has been. And you're still, I think you're trying to find any kind of chemistry between a couple of guys. Usually what you're looking for is you find 2 guys, right? And they're going to have the chemistry, and then you go, okay, well, slot a third guy in, and hopefully we can get lucky here. But it hasn't happened yet. And it has been one constant rolling different line and different guys in and out, because Howard missed a game now. Tomashik missed the game yesterday. You're moving guys in and out.
In every other organization deals with injuries and different circumstances throughout the year.
Other teams do it too. It's just the fact that we're here in Edmonton.
But KK, and I've heard other guys covering other teams come on your program and say this. When you look at other teams' lines, they are usually pretty consistent for a large percentage of the season.
They're moving them around.
Not as much as here, though. Not as much as here. And it's not just Knobloch. It's the coaches that were before Knobloch, too.
833-401-1440. Trent Frederick's been doing very little. This comes from Sask Oilers fan. 8-year deal looking questionable. Nurse and Bush struggling. Not much Knobloch can do than keep sending them out due to contract obligations. Swapping Stetcher for Cam Dineen would be a wise move. Wow. Sask listener, that's what he thinks.
But Stetcher's not the issue.
That's the least of your worries.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's talk about the NFL a couple of games yesterday. First of all, we had the dog of the week, and I had picked the New York Giants, and it ends up that Denver didn't cover. But how do you blow a lead like that? And how does Denver come back, Eddie? So 33 fourth quarter points? Come on, man.
Boy, 33? Is that what the total was?
It was 33 in the fourth quarter.
Oh.
I knew
it was a lot, but I didn't know it was that many.
Yeah. And again, so I think it was 19 nothing at one point, and then Denver did get the touchdown, but I believe it's, am I right, or it could be 26-8 at one point.
Jeez.
But how about Patrick Surtain says, I lost hope. I ain't gonna lie. I lost hope.
Oh, for sure. When you're down like that.
So Denver trailed 19 nothing entering the fourth quarter. Wow. Again, and
led by Jackson Dart.
The other thing too, they missed the extra point, and that's the difference in the game, because had that last field goal, I believe, by Will Lutz, would have tied the game at 33 if you don't miss the point after.
Brian Daboll is probably still hugging Jackson Dart.
Anyway, that's
huge. That's huge. 2 straight wins now with the young kid. We know what happened last week with the Giants, and the whole injury and Daboll screaming at the doctor, and that he saved his job last week, and then to come out with another win, starting the kid, that's huge. It really is low-key huge. You know what else is huge, Kevin?
No way.
Quick little shift. Oh boy, Daniel Jones and the Colts, man, on the road. That was one of those games where you're gonna prove who you are this season, and they just did on the road against LA.
38-24. The game was really never in question. That's one of the games that I got to watch the last little bit of after golf and things like that. Chargers had an opportunity to get back in the game, but Indy, and even their defense swarming Herbert. Another, I think Quentin Johnson had a drop ball that was key that could have helped down the stretch there.
Right.
The other game that really caught my eye in the sense that it was did you even think of maybe making the trip? Las Vegas and Kansas City. He had less than 100 yards of offense. 31-0. Don't you have any pride or anything?
This whole Pete Carroll
Max Crosby was hurt too.
But. Yeah, it's not good for Vegas this go around though with Pete Carroll. It's really not. And he was brought in to bring the energy, to revive the culture, and they've been as flat as they've ever been.
Yeah. Might as well mention Montana Rice, McCaffrey. And then he sends 2 eyeballs, go Jays, baby.
Yeah. I got to give him his
couple 100 yards, right? 200 yards total.
He had a big game. All Montana to Rice. I was watching that, thinking of you too.
Yeah.
It's just stuff that I've said at the beginning of the year. Christian No Cap. Wow. He is having quite a season in
All
the
these
Niners.
guys continue to do it.
It's impressive, man, how the coaching staff from the top down. That's how the best organizations, top down. John Lynch. I like Kyle Shanahan as a coach. Robert Saleh you might not like him as a person, how he handles things, but he's a hell of a football coach, and they are proving it.
Duke, did you pick Atlanta on Sunday night?
No, I
Oh.
didn't. That was you. Took the
It's
Falcons.
unbelievable. Well, I
plus
wasn't going to
2.5.
take. I wasn't going to take San Fran because of MTR.
How could you, right? I put you in a tough spot. Then my pick earlier in the day, the Rams easily handle the Jags
So what
over
am I
in
down now?
London.
17-10?
17-10
Okay.
is the score right now.
Same with old man
Kevin,
Baker.
when making his picks, 4-10. 4-10.
Ooh.
Kevin is.
Let him know, Duke.
It's a tough seed, but hey, 2 more chances tonight. Kev, we got a double dip.
Who
of
picks
Monday Night
first?
Football? I got to go
Oh,
first.
yeah, and you're taking Houston, right?
Oh, maybe. We'll see.
No, maybe.
Kevin, just take 2 weeks off
and quit.
and just quit for good.
He can't. It's not allowed.
Aaron I was kind of confused too. Does Eddie think the Giants won? I'm confused. LOL. There's no hugging going on. I don't know. So Denver came.
I
back
must.
and-
I
don't know,
must.
you were sort of
Oh yeah,
talking-
yeah. I was
You
tripping.
were talking in circles, and I was like, let's just get on to some.
I looked at the score too, and I just saw I was tripping. I thought that they did.
And I was like, well, you know.
Oh, you got to stop me, man.
Nick's is
Save
a young
me.
quarterback too, right?
No, you got to
You
save
know,
me,
I thought it was a
KK.
great win for
So
that
much
young
for a good
quarterback.
host.
I'll say
good
this.
partner.
I didn't even think about it, Eddie, because even though they lost, I think your point remains in play here that Brian Dable is hugging Jackson Dart because
Player.
he saved his job.
He did.
Like he threw for 283, 3 tutties. He does get the pick in there again, but he's a bit of a gunslinger type quarterback. Him playing at this level, and they're in games. They upset their division rivals on Thursday Night Football. Like this is keeping Brian Dable employed, and probably at least for the year, if not beyond, depending how the rest of this campaign goes. Their chips were all pushed into the table on Jackson Dart, and so far it's paying off.
Duke, you know what I just realized about Kevin? He's the type of friend that'll let you walk around with a booger in your nose all day. You're that type of friend. Come on and save me now.
Come on now.
Help me out, buddy.
Come on now. That's not true, Eddie. That's not true. Anything else catch your eye on?
My Vikes.
Yeah.
My Vikes. Philly lit them up in the pass game. It was a good effort, valiant effort by the Vikings and their defense. But yeah, it's quite something. All the noise around Philly and, can they pass? They don't have a passing offense. Hertz can't throw the football. I think they can kind of go out and win however they want to win when they need to win.
I agree. I mean,
Philly is such a deep, well-rounded team.
Yeah.
Like they can do it all. And Hertz just proved that.
Barkley looked like he got banged up with his shoulder a little
He
bit.
did. Yeah.
Who else? Daniels left in the Dallas game. That could be big if he's out for. I mean, Mariota came in and he just. I mean, what a difference between Daniels and Mariota.
Oh, absolutely.
There were what else for injuries? There was one other bigger one that I got to just get to the top of my head here. Bryce Young in Carolina.
He didn't finish.
He left with an ankle injury.
How about Miami and just what they are? Bad.
Do you
And
think
just
he gets canned today?
well, I don't know. Every week for the past month, it seems like their post-game news conferences are just Mike McDaniel and Tua stuttering their way through. Yeah, it's really weird what's going on.
Apologizing.
Yeah, apologize. They'll sue each other. They'll apologize. It's weird. Mike McDaniel sounds like he's intoxicated in his interview. It's weird, man. It's really weird.
Yeah, I mean that is a team that needs to be blown up almost.
And it's been like this, like week over week over week. It's like on repeat. I'll see it on my Twitter feed every Sunday. And it's just like Mike McDaniel and Tua standing up there making no sense at the podium.
And sometimes like McDaniel looks comatose sometimes.
That's what I mean.
He's
like
just
he doesn't
there.
look like he's just there physically. He's not present, man.
Unreal. We'll talk a little double E in the 8:00 hour with Eddie. And I mean, Eddie, you were saying, I mean, he's going to get asked. That'll be probably the first question, and we'll see who gets first team reps about Trey Ford. I mean,
why not? I mean, you have nothing to lose, but you did bring up the point. He balls out, but so what? He balls out. I think the coaching staff and Ed Hervey already has their decision made up in terms of the direction they're going to go and how they're going to go about it next year. I don't think that they're going to hang it on one week 18 or whatever it is.
I wonder if there's like if Ed has another plan here, like where it's, and we've talked about it, where it's neither of them. No Trey. No Cody.
Ed has a plan, and he's not scared to go out and try and execute it.
No,
he's not. We both know that. I've been a casualty of it. He ain't scared to cut you.
Top of the hour, we got Mark Spector from Rogers Sportsnet. Also in the 8 o'clock hour, Scott Reynolds, Pewter Report covers the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's one of the 2 Monday night games in the NFL. Before that, time for a Sports 1440 update brought to you by Nectar.io. Transforming field data into boardroom insights. Nectar.io is the all-in-one solution for your fleet, safety, time tracking, and materials management needs. Nectar.io, your business made better. Here is the Duke.
This is a Sports 1440 update.
Edmonton Oilers losing in Detroit yesterday afternoon, 4-2, making it 3 losses in a row on their current road trip. Noah Philp, Leon Draisaitl, the Oilers' goal scorers in the loss. 3 other games around the NHL. Vancouver beating the Capitals 4-3. Blackhawks spoiled Joel Quenneville's return to Chicago with a 2-1 win over the Ducks, and the Mammoth topped the Bruins 3-2. Toronto Blue Jays forcing a decisive Game 7 in the ALCS with a 6-2 win over the Mariners last night. 22-year-old Trey Savage won 5 2/3, striking out 7. Addison Barger, Vlad Guerrero Jr. both going deep for Toronto in the win. Game 7 goes tonight at 6. Week 7 in the NFL, Rams beating Jacksonville 35-7 in London to kick off the day. Kansas City routing Vegas 31-0. Philly outlast Minnesota 28-22. Cowboys topped the Commanders 44-22. And the banged up San Francisco 49ers shutting down Atlanta on Sunday Night Football, winning 20-10. From U Sports action, Rugby Canada West Championship from Footfield this week, and Victoria Vikes taking home the gold medal, and Pandas erase a 12-3 first half deficit, storm back to win 15-12 over Lethbridge. Coming up in hour 2 of the Kevin Karius Show, we'll be joined by Sportsnet's Mark Spector, as well as Scott Reynolds from the Pewter Report covering the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm Brandon Douglas at your Sports 1440 update.
Sports 1440 in West Edmonton Mall and Wetaskiwin. CKJR is a Stingray radio station.
Download the free radio player app and listen wherever you go.
Mr. Rooter meets a ghost.
1 plunge, 2, and 3. A toilet clogged with a ghost? Man, I love plumbing. You're free now.
I will never find peace. The clog is fixed, yes, but I have never trusted the sump pump.
No problemo. I can fix that. Now go to the light, you little scamp.
Thank you, Mr. Rooter.
To resolve your unfinished plumbing business, trust one plumber, Mr. Rooter.
Getting in on the sports action you want is as easy as playing at sportselect.com. Simply make your picks online, generate your QR code, and lock in your bet at your local Lotto Spot retailer. Then sit back, watch the game, grip your chair, and high-five anyone nearby. Every bet is 100% legal with the chance of winning cash in hand. Sports Select. When you're ready to play, bet on the original. Must be 18 plus to play. Play responsibly.
Is your company drowning in paperwork and administrative tasks? Do you need more data to make better decisions? Nectar.io is your company's all-in-one solution for fleet and materials management, safety, time cards, and GIS-based project management. Now is the time to capture and transform field, site, and shop data into boardroom-level business intelligence, all with one login. Visit Nectar.io to book a demo today. Nectar.io, your business made better.
Get the lowdown with Low Tide. Weekdays from noon to 2 on Sports 1440. He's seen it all and then some. From stats to stories, he breaks it down like no one else. Proud to be Edmonton's sports leader. Sports 1440.
Diablo Boots sells only Canadian-made work and biker boots made by Canada West. No American or boots made in China, so no tariffs. All of Diablo's boots have replaceable soles and heels for longer life. Sizes 6 to 14 Triple E. Buy quality, buy Canadian. And support Canada West and Diablo, the 2 best names in the boot business. So save on boots by Save On Foods. That's Diablo Boots, 3340 Gateway Boulevard on the east side of Save On Foods. Buy Canadian. They're terrific. Well, looks like those hot, sunny days are done. No more birthday soup by the pool for this guy.
Ew.
You're welcome, neighbors. Back to faux fur and flannel because it's fall, and it's also the perfect time to tackle those projects we've all been putting off, starting with a trip to Metal Supermarkets, of course. Metal cut to your precise measurements fast. The local convenience stores for Southside, West End, metalsupermarkets.com.
Stories, guests, and insights. This is Sports 1440 and the Kevin Karius Show.
All right, welcome back to the big program. 8 o'clock in Edmonton. Kevin Karius, Eddie Steele, Duke of Delburne with you on Sports 1440, presented by Sports Select. Time now for On the Mark, brought to you by Northgate Chevrolet Buick GMC. We got 0% for 84 months on half-ton trucks. Yeah, 0%. Can that possibly be a thing? Even old Mikey Lowe had to read it twice, 0%. That's what he told me to read as well. So go find out for yourself. Northgate Chevrolet Buick GMC, as we welcome in Mark Spector from Rod Spec.
What's going on, boys? How we doing out there this morning?
Great. Are you getting close to where you want to return home here after this long road
You all
trip?
bageled out yet?
Yeah.
Buddy, I'm way ahead of you. I flew home yesterday.
Oh, I didn't know. Sorry, I didn't even look in the window.
Detroit. I left Detroit and Ottawa to Daniel Nugent-Bowman to handle. So far, he's doing a lousy job.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Spec. I mean, I was looking for your article here too as well, and I couldn't find. I'm like, maybe you didn't drop it.
Yeah, no, flew home yesterday. So not the great road trip we were talking about before they hit the road. They were playing so well when they left. What happened, Kev?
Well, were they playing that well? Were they, Spec? I mean, even in New York on that first game against the Rangers, they were lucky to win that game. Would you say?
Yeah, I mean, there's a fine line between you beat Vancouver 3-1, and you say, man, you dominated that game the whole way, and maybe the other team didn't play very well, and you didn't score. I think score one even strength goal, but you can frame that into what a dominant, strong defensive game. They look great, and then you play a few more games and you don't score any goals, and you go, oh, maybe we got some offense problems here. Like they were not the better team in New York, but they played a solid defensive game. Skinner was awesome, and they get a win. But that catches up to you, right? You can't score 2 a night and think you're going to win games, and that's what they're doing right now. They're scoring 2 a night. They're getting zero offense from all their top guys, and that's where they are, bud.
You surprised that Connor hasn't scored yet in 6 games?
Yeah, and Bouchard doesn't have a point.
Nothing.
Draisaitl yesterday scored the first even strength goal for any of those guys combined in 6 games. That's 18 man games between Bouchard, McDavid, and Draisaitl. They got 1 even strength goal. So yeah, this, when your best guys aren't very good, you can get through a couple games and everybody sucks it up and you pull a game or 2 off. But over the long haul, if your best guys don't lead you, you don't get anywhere. And Draisaitl said it after the game yesterday. We're not scoring. Our best guys aren't very good. He had a breakaway with a minute left in the game. He mishandled the puck, never got a shot.
Yeah.
McDavid, I mean, for his standard, McDavid was awful on that road trip. I mean, he was as bad as I've seen Connor play over a stretch. And he still has 7 points in 6 games. Draisaitl, brutal on that road trip. Bouchard, probably the worst of the 3. And those are your big 3 dogs, man. If they're all they all got. I mean, Bouchard has 0 points in 6 games, man. How's the power play doing when your quarterback doesn't have a point yet? Probably not so great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Spec, it's been tough going, man, especially offensively. These guys can't find their game. Is it safe to say that Nuge has been the best skater for the Oilers so far this season?
Yeah, at least productive. Something's going in. He's finding a way to get a shot away, and when he gets it, he's burying it. So, yes, Nuge, I think, what's he got? 3 or 4?
4 goals, 1 power play.
Yeah,
4 goals, 2 assists. Yeah.
It's a team. I mean, it's just got to be a team thing. Once the big guys get scoring, then the other team has to react a little bit to that. Then everyone gets confidence. Then the other guys get scored. Trent Frederick's gone from first line right wing to third line center to third line wing. You don't even notice him. Like he's a big guy that's got to get to be part of this thing. Right now, games pass, so you don't even see his number on the ice barely.
You got to hit someone.
Yeah, well, I was going to actually ask something else, but you brought this up, so let's take it there with the lineups. And Kevin was talking about this earlier in the program. We are with this club. We're so accustomed to seeing the juggling, and there's such constant change up with the lineup. Do you think that is beneficial to these players?
I don't know. I mean, listen. Again, there's a fine line between we're going to stick with something till it works. And we've been sticking with this thing and it ain't working. I'm not a guy that has a big problem with mixing up players. I've seen some pretty great coaches over the years who, if things aren't going well, they mix the lines up, and those guys all know more about it than I do. So no, I don't. Listen, Eddie, I would ask you this. This isn't any different than the way Knobloch's handled his lines the last 2 years. And the last 2 years, they've gone to the Stanley Cup. So you can't tell me it doesn't work, right? He's looking for a solution, man. He's like a guy trying to pick a lock, and he's trying every combination he can think of. That he's waiting for the players to settle the lines down. If they'd play better and get productive, guess what? They'd probably get the same lines 2 games in a row.
What about Philp? So he scores, he's first star. For some reason, he doesn't dress the next game. Comes back, scores again. Yes. I'd be stunned if he gets taken out again. Would you not be?
I would be stunned. Yeah. At this point, anyone who's scoring gets to play, and that was an important goal he scored yesterday. I believe it was 2-0. Yep. And he got him one back right away that really gave him a chance in the game. So yes, I would be stunned if he didn't play. Good for Noah Philp, So again, though, when Noah Philp's one of your leading goal scorers on your team, I'm going to say you're probably not scoring enough.
Yeah, very true. And I mean, it was a nice little deflection.
Yep.
But again, even a little thing like, and you mentioned it too, and Leon, like with 2 minutes left, that puck doesn't go off Leon's stick like that. So like things aren't, for whatever reason, you try to explain it. Leon's got a breakaway and the puck rolls off his stick. Doesn't happen. So
yeah.
I mean,
anyone who watches the Oilers play is already thinking tie game when he gets that puck.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, Leon said after the game, he says it's time to look in the mirror here. Like he knows, listen, you build your, like people want to say, oh, the Oilers are all about Draisaitl and McDavid. Yeah, guess what? The Canucks are all about Besser and Pettersson, and the Flames are all about Huberdeau and Uyghur and Wolf. And you build your team around your best players.
Yeah.
You don't get 15 guys like that. You get like 3. And you build your team with the expectation that your best guys are going to be productive, commensurate to what you're paying them, commensurate to what they are in the league. And that's how the team works. It's just that every team in the league is the same. If Zibanejad's not scoring, I'll bet you the Rangers aren't winning many, So that's where the Oilers are. They're big guys right now. For all the talk about having a great start, they want to have a great start, but they're not having one, and neither is the team all of a sudden.
What about that third goal, though, by Stu Skinner? Spec.
It was a lousy goal. It was an unlucky guy in his face, couldn't see the puck, snuck through his legs. Listen, I think Stu Skinner has been really good this season, right? Like, he steals 2 points in New York against the Rangers. He was outstanding against who got Vancouver? Pickard got Vancouver. He only saw 15 shots. Yeah. He kept them in that Islanders game. And I mean, it's 3-2 with 5 minutes left. It's 2-2 with about 6 minutes left. Thanks to Stu Skinner. I got no problem with Stu Skinner here. He's about the 15th or 18th guy on this team we're talking about for why it's not going well. Don't you think? Am I wrong on that?
I'll give it. They got more problems than what that is right now. And it's all those guys that you said about the 5-on-5. It's Bush, it's Leon, it's Connor, and you can throw a lot of blame around this team to a lot of guys.
Oh yeah, tons to go around. Hey, home run spec. I got a question for you. What's it feel like as a pitcher when you toss one up to a guy like Vladdy Guerrero and he bats it out of the yard for his 6th of the postseason?
What's it feel like? I wouldn't know what it feels like to pitch to a guy like that, but
watching a home run leave your pump.
I watched a few of them. I mean, the beauty to me about Vlad is this was a guy that, remember, there was a lot of debate when they signed him because you knew it was going to be this giant, massive number. And everyone's like, I don't know, is this guy our guy? And is this where we want to put all our eggs in this basket, invest in this guy? And here we are, right? If the first time in his career, we're in a place now where the spotlight's shining bright and that it's all on the line. We're not talking August ball here.
Yeah.
And who's been showing up since the stretch run in the regular season all the way through the playoffs to this day, who's like leading the train here? It's this guy. So I feel great for the Blue Jays. They invested their money in this guy, and it looks like they invested it in the right type of player who gets bigger as the game gets bigger. So that part, I'm call myself a Blue Jays fan. It makes you sad when you look at the Canucks. I hate referencing them all the time. They got $11 million in a guy, and the whole fan base is looking at Pettersson going, I don't think we've got our money in the right place. Like, where are we going with this guy? At least with Vladdy here, I'm watching him play big games, boys. He is killing it out there right now. And defensively, he's playing exceptionally well too.
What about the run he manufactured by himself, Spec? He gets hit, takes third, and then gets home on the errant throw by Raleigh. I mean,
yeah,
that's a ball player.
Yeah, that was awesome. Somebody told me yesterday or whatever, we were watching the game on the road, Eddie. Someone said that Alejandro Kirk, he's 5'8", 245.
I believe it.
5'8", 245. Is that
just
true?
a little plug? Oh, I believe it, man. I believe it. Yeah, the eye test don't lie. But he's so good at, like Duke brought it up earlier. Not only can Kirk hit the rock, but man, he is so good back there at just stopping errant throws and just managing the plate. The Jays wouldn't be where they are if it wasn't for Kirk settling things down.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. For sure. That's why we always had the conversation about the MVP, and I give it to the catcher over the right fielder every time. Anyway, fun game last night. Like, you know what? Give the Jays credit. They go to Seattle down 2-0, and a lot of people are saying it's over, and they win 2. And then they lose that tough, hard game, and you think, oh, man, that's going to break them. And they come home, and they controlled that game last night, game 6. They controlled that game from the first inning on, right? They never let Seattle feel like they were really close ever. So, you know what? They got guts. Like, there's a team. Do they win tonight, guys? I don't know if they win tonight, but they got some spine. They got some guts. They show up when you need them.
Yeah, man. I like
that.
I like their chance. I mean, Bieber, we just talked about it too in the break about George Springer. I mean, man, he's just limping along. I don't know if he can put any weight when he's swinging the bat anymore.
If it's a game-to-game thing with no momentum, then yeah, we're starting from scratch. But I would say Toronto definitely has the momentum in this series. Would you guys agree?
Well, I would say so, yeah, too. And I mean, we talked about the 7, 8, 9 hitters again, and now like the one guy we never threw into that group yet is IKF, because he's come on as the series has progressed here. But the 7, 8, 9 hitters are, again, 4 home runs, 12 ribbies. And that's amazing. And they're batting .333 spec with runners in scoring position. That's where
7, 8, 9 hitters.
Yeah, 7, 8, 9. And I mean, they've moved around. Like Clement has been down in that area too, and Barger. Jimenez has been basically your 9 hitter all series long. But IKF has come in here and been unreal for a guy.
How would they be if they had Bichette in this lineup?
Well, that's the whole thing, right? You're moving things around. So you're probably taking out Jimenez, because Jimenez, do you take Ernie Clement out? Well, pretty hard, because, especially then again, and Barger, that's another story, because he hadn't played the outfield for a month, and now he's playing the outfield and he's making catches and he's being a big part of it.
He was supposed to be Santander, right? That's who was supposed to be out there.
Santander was supposed to be there. Barger was going to be at third. So now Clement's obviously at third. So just the way the pieces of the puzzle have moved around.
So it's a team, right? It's a team. Like, that's what we love about you love a team. Like, everybody's not comfortable. They don't even have their best hitter in Bichette. Guys aren't all, I played the same position all year. They're jumping around. Everyone's filling a hole that needs filling.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are, one game away from the World Series. I mean, we can talk about whether they're playing for second place tomorrow if they win this game tonight, because the Dodgers are really, really good. But hey, I'm all in, man. Like, my day's set. Whatever happens today, I'll be there sitting in the couch for first pitch, and I think almost all our listeners will too.
I think so too, and I'd love to know what the ratings are going to be like tonight on Sportsnet.
Man, Game 7s. How could you not love a Game 7? This is it.
Yeah, I'm glad the Oil's not playing tonight.
Yeah, exactly. A day off for you too, Spec, because they're off.
Hey, fellas, if the Oil were playing tonight, say it was a road game, Spec. Say it was a road game and you're not traveling. Would you watch the Jays or the Oil?
Well, I'd have two screens on, but I would, for sure. I'd have come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
All right, Spec, good stuff. Enjoy the game tonight, and we'll yak at you tomorrow.
All right, sounds good, boys.
That's Mark Spector, Rogers Sportsnet on the Mark, powered by Northgate Chevrolet Buick GMC. This truck's for you. When we come back, we're going to talk a little NFL football. One of the Monday nighters is Tampa Bay and Detroit. Man, over under, I don't even know what this one is. 53, 54, 55. It's going to be wild. That's coming up right after the break. Scott Reynolds with us, Kevin Karius, Eddie Steele, Duke of Delburne with you on Sports 1440. We're presented by Sports Select. We're also streaming on YouTube, X, Facebook, and Instagram. Want some good news? St. Albert Dodge is holding the biggest sale of the year on their in-stock Ram 1500 Sports. Every single one on the lot is discounted by a whopping $14,000. Yeah, 14 grand. And St. Albert Dodge has the best selection in Alberta. Over 90 Ram 1500 Sports to choose from, with great packages, including the Night Edition and GT models, all $14,000 off the ticket price. Get down there and see how easy it is to do business at St. Albert Dodge.
When you have lifting and material handling needs, Northwest Crane delivers. Western Canada's Sandy dealer, backed by the industry's toughest one. 3 years, 3,000 hours, no compromises. They service all crane makes and models with skilled technicians and deep industry expertise. Alberta owned, with locations in Leduc and Grand Prairie, and fully equipped service trucks. Northwest Crane keeps your operation lifting. For more information on sales or service, visit northwestcrane.com or call today.
Get ready, Edmonton. Glow Christmas Festival returns to light up the Edmonton Expo Center from December 4th to 31st with dazzling activities for the entire family. Wander the glowing trails, meet Santa in his sleigh, and shop from over 30 local artisans and vendors with handcrafted gifts and holiday treasures, perfect for everyone on your list. Get your tickets and learn more about what's on this season by visiting the calendar of events at edmontonexpocenter.com today.
Seriously, another door knocker? I really want to go solar, but these high-pressure tactics are exhausting.
And their prices are unbelievable. Before we do anything, let's call Great Canadian Solar.
There's a better way to go solar. Great Canadian Solar provides honest advice and fair pricing to save you from overpaying. They're easy to deal with and will never put pressure on you to buy. As a trusted local business for over 15 years, Great Canadian Solar will support you in your solar journey. Visit greatcanadiansolar.com and call today to get started.
It's a new season, Edmonton, which means it's time for new offers. Play Alberta is offering odds boosts on every Oilers game all season long. This is your chance to score big. And for a limited time only, our listeners can get an exclusive $50 free bet when they deposit $50 using code Gregor50. That's code Gregor50 for an exclusive $50 free bet. Alberta wins with Play Alberta. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense. PlayAlberta.ca.
This hockey season, before every game, check out the pregame show with Andrew Walker on Sports 1440. It's brought to you by Titan Supply, your only source for rigging, lifting, and hauling products. Visit titansupply.ca.
Prostate cancer affects 1 in 6 men in Alberta, and this November we're fighting back. Every dollar raised fuels early detection and life-saving support. Donate today for the men in our province. Visit keepitinalberta.ca to start your fundraiser or donate today.
Monday morning, you showed up.
Portions of this hour brought to you by Sports Select. Get in on the action with football. Bet on the original at sportselect.com. 100% legal. Must be 18 plus. Please play responsibly.
Have your sports curiosity cured with the Kevin Karius Show. This is Sports 1440.
All right, welcome back to the big program. 8:20 in Edmonton. Kevin Karius, Eddie Steele, Duke of Delburne with you on Sports 1440, presented by Sports Select. Time now for our headliner of the day, brought to you by Mr. Rooter Plumbing, the plumber to call when the toilet mysteriously breaks after your jalapeno pepper popper fueled game night with the fellows. That's mrrooter.ca. As we welcome in Scott Reynolds from the Pewter Report, covers the Tampa Bay Buccaneers ahead of tonight's Monday night football game. It's the Lions and the Bucks in Motown. Morning, Scott. You're with Kevin Karius and the former Grey Cup champion from 2015, Eddie Steele. Thanks for jumping on Sports 1440 this morning. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, good morning, fellas. Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
Well, let's get right to the nuts and bolts of the receiver situation with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers tonight. Who do you think is going to be in? Who do you think is going to be out as we move into this big Monday nighter, Scott?
Well, we know Chris Godwin Jr. is going to be out with the fibula injury. That's been the case now for the past couple of weeks. But Mike Evans should return tonight. That's the expectation. We'll see if he's fully over that hamstring injury that's cost him the last couple of games. The team didn't put him on injured reserve. If they would have, he would have missed 4 games. This is that 4th game. So they did the wise thing if he's going to play tonight, and he did practice this week, so I expect that to happen. Emeka Egbuka, the rookie sensation out of Ohio State, was probably going to miss this game. As you know, that was the expectation. And all of a sudden, Saturday he shows up and practices, although it was in a limited capacity. So a bit of a surprise to everybody covering this team. They were expecting Mike Evans to be back, but they might get their 1-2 punch back with Emeka Egbuka. That's going to be a game time decision. He's got a hamstring injury. It was not as severe as the injury that Mike Evans sustained against the Jets back in week 3 that caused him to miss 3 weeks worth of games. So we'll see if Emeka Egbuka can go. If not, they feel pretty good about Mike Evans, Sterling Shepard, Tez Johnson, who scored a touchdown last week from Oregon, the rookie, and then also Cam Johnson scored his first touchdown. So they feel like they have enough to work with in this passing game that's going to be going up against a very depleted Lions secondary that won't have a single starter playing in this game.
No kidding. Yeah, and Tez Johnson looked pretty good last week, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he only had 1 catch, but it was a big one, 45-yard touchdown, and he can get open down the field. He's got some sneaky speed. The reason why he fell, despite averaging 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns at Oregon over the last 2 years when he was catching passes from Bo Nix and Dylan Gabriel, is because he's got that sneaky speed. He's only maybe 160 pounds, 5'10", but he's more quick than fast, but he does have some sneaky speed. Ran a 4.51 at the combine, and that really was kind of disappointing. That's the reason why he fell to the 7th round. That combined with his lack of size made him a steal for the Buccaneers. They were overjoyed to get him in the 7th round, and now they've got some bookend wide receivers with the first-round pick, Emeka Egbuka and Tez Johnson. The future looks bright for this Bucs wide receiving core, which will also get Jalen McMillan back from injured reserve later this season after the bye week.
Right, Eddie?
Now, Scott, this Tampa Bay Bucks team sitting at 5-1, they aren't in the position they're in if it's not for their MVP, potentially the league MVP thus far. And there's a lot of talk about it, Baker Mayfield and his play, Scott. I just want to get your opinion on his play as someone who's seeing it firsthand, and not just his play on the field, his leadership, how he leads these men.
Yeah, I mean, he is, as I've said before, he is the engine of this offense, the heartbeat of this team. And where Baker Mayfield goes, everyone follows. And it's come down to the fact that this team last year struggled to win tight games. They had an overtime loss at the Atlanta Falcons last year, overtime loss on Monday Night Football at Arrowhead in Kansas City. They lost to the 49ers last year, 23-20, and a walk-off field goal. And this year they're winning those close games, right? And that's been the difference. They've figured it out on defense. Their defense is healthier. There's more depth now. It was a bit of a lopsided team last year. The offense really had to wear the superhero cape every game last season. And then when you lose guys like Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, as they did for 3 games last year, when both got hurt in that Monday night loss to Baltimore, they didn't have the bodies to fill in to where that offense could continue to wear the superhero cape and win those games. So the scoring kind of fell, and the defense just wasn't able to do that. Now, a deeper wide receiving core, a deeper defense, and better play, more takeaways from Todd Bowles' secondary. And now we're seeing Tampa Bay win these close games, but the defense knows if it can just get the ball back for Baker Mayfield, he's going to make miracles happen at the end, and we've seen that a lot this year.
Scott Reynolds with us. The Pewter Report covers the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's the Bucs and Lions tonight, one of the two Monday night football games. What's the status of Bucky Irving, Scott? And would they keep him out even after next week? And then, of course, the bye. Would they hold him out till possibly week 10 against New England?
I think so. He's dealing with a shoulder injury and a foot injury, so it's not just one thing he can kind of power through. Listen, when you're 195 pounds, you got to lower the shoulder and take on some of those linebackers and safeties when they're coming to tackle you, not to mention the defensive linemen at the line of scrimmage. So they're going to have to rest that shoulder a little bit more. And then what makes Bucky Irving special is the ability to make guys miss at the second level, whether it's a safety or a linebacker, and to break off what maybe would be a 3-yard run. He can turn into a 13-yard run or a 30-yard run with that ability to juke and slip some tackles. And it's hard to do that on a bum foot. So it makes a lot of sense with Rachaad White playing so well, with Sean Tucker as the backup. He's probably the best third-string running back in the league. Now he's the backup to Rachaad White. He had a touchdown last week against the 49ers. It makes sense to hold him out until the bye week comes, which is just 2 weeks away, really. And they've got a game against the Saints, and let's face it, the Saints are a downtrodden team, maybe the worst team in the NFL. So it does make some sense to hold him out tonight. He won't play, and then possibly next week against the Saints as well.
Scott, with Tampa's strong road record, and the game tonight is, of course, in Detroit. In the Dome, I'm anticipating it being a track meet. Tampa with 3 wins on the road tonight. What are going to be, or this season so far, I should say, what are going to be some of the keys offensively and defensively for them to have success and to stay in this game where Detroit can really get going and put up the points at home?
Yeah, I think for the Buccaneers, and you mentioned that, right? The Lions are scoring 31.8 points per game. That's the second most in the NFL. Tampa Bay's offense is doing pretty well, too, 27 points per game, and that's 6th in the NFL. But the Lions are scoring 43 points at home, and they're rushing for more yards as well. They're averaging over 120 yards per game on the ground. They like to run the ball, have a balanced offense for Jared Goff, but it's 143 yards at home. So that's going to be key for Todd Bowles in this Bucs defense. It's winning first down. It's sending some blitzes, which might be a run blitz if we're going to see David Montgomery or Jahmyr Gibbs get the ball.
Mm-hmm.
If the Lions want to go play action, then Todd Bowles is sending an extra defender at Jared Goff to rattle him early. Jared Goff threw an early first quarter interception last year that helped the Buccaneers win that game. They won the turnover battle 2-1 in a 20-16 defensive slugfest back in week 2 at Detroit. So they've got some confidence, but they've got to get to Jared Goff early. Winning first down is key. You're not going to stop the Lions ground game, but you have to keep it in check. Holding Detroit to 80 or 90 yards on the ground, that's a win. You can't let them get 120, 140 yards, because if they can stop them on first down, then it brings up the chance that they're going to get into 3rd and long situations. And that's where Vita Vea and that Bucs pass rush can take advantage of some suspect guard play with Christian Mahogany and with the rookie Tate Ratledge. The other thing on offense is protect the football. This is going to be a game where whoever takes the ball away wins the game. It might even just be one takeaway on defense could turn the tide in this game. The Bucs, again, won that turnover battle last year 2-1. That was enough to win the game. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs offense only given up 2 turnovers on offense this year. For the Lions and Jared Goff, only 3. So these are 2 very disciplined offenses that don't put the ball in harm's way. So whichever offense makes that mistake that the Bucs defense can capitalize on, or vice versa with the Lions, that's going to ultimately determine this. We see a lot of these games come down to the turnover margin, and that's going to be the winner. Sometimes if you're a good team going up against a bad team, you can have the turnover margin go to the other side and still win the game because you won it with talent. But this is a game where turnover margin will determine the winner.
Scott Reynolds with us. The Pewter Report covers the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Kevin Karius, Eddie Steele with you. Eddie, man, Eddie was a defensive lineman, Scott, here in the CFL.
I love it.
I can't believe he, and you brought him up. He's my favorite defensive player, Vita Vea. This guy, like no gloves, the big guns hanging up.
Freak athlete.
He's 350 pounds. He's fast. He's quick. He's a cat. How fun is it watching this guy all the time?
It is. And, he's gotten his weight under control over the last couple of years. And I think it's been no surprise. He's been a Pro Bowler since then. And he's come into camp in really good shape the last couple of years. And really, that's the key to his longevity. He's 30 years old now. And he was having these foot injuries and leg injuries, calf injuries and stuff because he wouldn't be in shape and would use kind of training camp to get in shape. Now, the last couple of years, he's been working out with Ndamukong Suh over the past couple of seasons in the offseason. Remember, Ndamukong Suh never missed a game due to injury in his illustrious defensive career, only missed games due to suspensions for stomping on players and things like that. So Vita Vea has now kind of been an Iron Man, and that's made a world of difference for this Todd Bowles defense. He is the run stuffer up front that get things going for this Bucs run defense, but then he is the guy on third down that can collapse the pocket and help the outside linebackers like Yaya Diaby and Hassan Reddick feast on some sacks. And that was the case last week. The Bucs had 6 sacks. Vita Vea only had half of a sack last week, but he forced 3 sacks just by himself, just by plowing over an offensive guard and just collapsing the pocket. So, yeah, he is so much fun to watch, playing really good football right now for Todd Bowles.
Now, Scott, this is the NFL. You can't take anything for granted. Every game week to week is hard. But if you take a look at the Bucs schedule, boy, it sets up for them to finish with a pretty nice record.
Yeah.
They should have a pretty strong finish down the stretch, hey?
Yeah, I think that's really possible. And what helps the Buccaneers is they've stubbed their toe big time in the last 2 seasons. They've got off to 3-1 starts. Then for whatever reason, they've had these nasty 0-4 slides. And some of the time it's been due to the loss of key players. Like 3 out of the 4 losses they had last year, they didn't have Mike Evans or Chris Godwin to throw to. And they didn't have Emeka Egbuka. They didn't have Tez Johnson back then. So we saw the Buccaneers struggle. And so what they've had to do is they've had to make up ground. They've had to turn it on after the bye week, and they've done that. So they've finished strong these last 2 seasons to win the NFC South. They're trying for a 4th straight NFC South division title. The good news for the Bucs, they've started off hot. They've avoided that 0-4 stretch, which usually happens right around now. They only have 1 loss to the Eagles. It was a close game. They've won 2 hard-fought NFC battles against Seattle, up in Seattle, and then San Francisco, a team that had beaten them in each of the last 3 years. So that was a big hurdle to overcome. Yeah, the schedule is favorable and does set up well. And I think Todd Bowles and the Bucs have this mindset that, hey, let's not have that 0-4 stretch this year. And they've been able to accomplish that. This team is geared to finish strong. The schedule is favorable. And I think they're going to make it happen this year. If they beat the Lions tonight, don't be surprised if the Bucs finish with 13 or 14 wins this year. That very well could happen.
Scott Reynolds with us on Sports 1440. You touched on it earlier about winning the close games, and that's what they've done. Is there a reason that you can put your finger on? Is there something where you can point towards that maybe that wasn't happening before? Is it just the team, developing, maturing? What are your thoughts on that?
I think it is the maturity, the fact that Todd Bowles and this defense is healthier and has more depth, especially in the secondary. They've added nickel cornerback Jacob Parrish from Kansas State and Benjamin Morrison, the cornerback from Notre Dame. They've added Hassan Reddick to help with their pass rush. So they've gotten more pieces on defense, more better players. They've turned some of those positions that were maybe a grade C into a grade B. So I think they've leveled up the talent. They've leveled up the depth on defense. That's helped because now the defense is sharing the superhero cape with the offense, getting the ball back for Baker Mayfield. And with Mayfield, the difference this year is just the mastery of this offense. Here's a crazy statistic, guys. Baker Mayfield was the first overall draft pick in 2018, right? Going to the Cleveland Browns. He has never, including this year, never had the same offensive coordinator in back-to-back seasons.
Wow.
And he still has had success. But the reason why he's having success this year is because Josh Grizzard was promoted when Liam Cohen went to Jacksonville to become the Jaguars head coach. Josh Grizzard was in charge of third downs in Tampa last year. He was the pass game coordinator. Liam Cohen brought him over from Miami. And he and Baker Mayfield have been in lockstep this year. So at least for Baker Mayfield, different play caller, but there is some familiarity because he was dealing with Josh Grizzard all last year. Grizzard kept 80% of this Liam Cohen playbook here in Tampa, and then has added more deep shots and more down the field throws. He wanted to be a little bit more aggressive with this offense, and Baker Mayfield has been up to the task. So you factor that into the fact that Emeka Buka, has had some game-winning touchdowns the first 2 weeks for sure against the Falcons, against the Texans. They didn't have him last year. So I think when you factor in Baker Mayfield's mastery of this offense now, he knows what to do, where to go with the football. He's used to having the offensive line for years. He's used to having these receivers, and now you add a couple guys like Tez Johnson and Emeka Buka. The running backs are back. The tight ends are back. So the familiarity with this offense, this scheme, with the play caller, with the weapons, it just gives Baker Mayfield the confidence to know where he's going to go with the ball, and that has resulted in some wins. Oh, by the way, it also helps having a clutch kicker like Chase McLaughlin, who's already nailed a 65-yarder this year. So they've got the pieces this year to really go deep in the playoffs if they can get healthy and stay healthy.
And maybe just a quick comment of the unexpected passing of Doug Martin, Scott. I mean, 5 years with Tampa Bay. I mean, a lot of people talking and thinking about Doug Martin down in Tampa, I would imagine right now.
For sure. The muscle hamster, as he was called, kind of a rocked up little running back at a Boise State. He was a fan favorite here, had 2 Pro Bowl seasons, 2 really good years. Didn't make some great choices here in the Buccaneers, got suspended 1 year. And don't know exactly what happened, but it doesn't sound great for the circumstances with how he passed. But listen, when you're 36 years old, it's an unfortunate. I think everybody, we hope to live long, fulfilled lives, and we kind of think, all right, 70s, 80s, that might be the appropriate expiration date, but only God knows our expiration date, and it's just unfortunate that it happened. The Buccaneers have lost some key players. Vincent Jackson a couple years ago passed away. Mike Williams, a wide receiver that played with Doug Martin, and Vincent Jackson also passed away too. So it's a sad time because he was a beloved figure here in Tampa and really was kind of a shining bright spot on offense during some dark times in Tampa Bay.
Hey, thanks for this, Scott. Really appreciate it. Enjoy the game tonight, and it's been a great season so far for the Bucs. Hopefully, they can keep it going. Thanks for coming on.
So far, so good. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
That's Scott Reynolds. The Pewter Report covers the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and our headliner of the day brought to you by Mr. Rooter, the #1 overall pick in your fantasy plumbing pool. That's MrRooter.ca. Are you ready for in or out, Eddie?
Man.
You are him?
I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm just having a little. Oh, boy.
That was good though. I just want to say Scott was really good.
Yeah,
that was a great interview.
He's plugged in, man.
Yeah,
like, he knows everything. Like there's some guys when they come on, maybe they don't know everything about the team that they're covering.
For sure,
he knows.
He does, and then the way he delivers the info. That was really good. I like that.
It was really good. Yep. When we come back, we're going in or out with Eddie Steele, the Kevin Karius Show with the Duke of Delburne on Sports 1440, presented by Sports Select. We're also streaming on YouTube, X, Instagram, and Facebook.
Whoa, who turned off all the lights?
Experience the new charcoal menu at Booster Juice.
Charcoal menu?
Introducing the Eclipse Smoothie, Blackout Booster Mixer, and Midnight Booster Ball.
Where's that voice coming from?
Dark and delicious, made with activated charcoal.
Can we please turn the lights back on?
Sorry, I'm just excited about the new charcoal menu.
Wow, that is good.
Right?
Available now, only at Booster Juice.
You'll see us digging holes. No, we're not looking for buried treasure. You'll see us digging trenches as well. And no, we're not building a fort. We're GS Construction, and you'll see us in neighborhoods throughout the Edmonton area. So what are we doing? GS Construction provides rehabilitation and upgrade services to Edmonton and surrounding communities. Some of our underground utilities have served us for years and are past their useful lives. We replace them, so they're around for years to come. Find out more at gsconstruction.ca.
Edmonton Elks Spectacular is back, presented by Goodwill. October 24th versus the Calgary Stampeders, featuring pumpkin carving contest and more. Plus, we're collecting donations supporting Edmonton Women's Shelter Win House. Tickets at goelks.com.
Whether you're a craft beer connoisseur or more of a wine aficionado,
There's always something new to discover at Sherbrooke Liquor, a unique, family-owned, independent liquor store. The selection, incredible. The non-alcohol section is also very impressive. Sherbrooke Liquor, expert, knowledgeable staff with a passion for unique finds. More than just a liquor store, we're a community. Alberta's best, the one and only Sherbrooke Liquor. Wine, spirits, and oodles of beer. Visit SherbrookeLiquor.com.
Edmonton's go-to station for all things sports is Sports 1440.
From Low Tide to Kevin Karius and Jason Greger, we deliver the latest on your favorite teams.
Tune in 24 hours a day, 7 days a week
To Sports 1440.
At the Nissan All-In Clearout, there's nothing more chill than financing an award-winning Nissan for just 0%. Enjoy the soothing relaxation of zero stress, zero worries, zero indecision. During the Nissan All-In Clearout, get 0% financing plus up to $500 bonus on some of our best-selling models. You have zero reasons to wait. Conditions apply. See your local Nissan dealer today.
Visit your local Edmonton and area Nissan dealer for more information.
When it comes to choosing a hair clinic, the difference is in the doctor.
I'm Dr. Vance Elliott. Transforming how you feel about yourself is a very personal experience, and I'll work directly with you every step of the way.
Physicians come from all over the world to learn from Dr. Elliott.
When your personal goal is to help other people achieve theirs, you must deeply understand the latest treatments.
Want to feel confident and comfortable? The difference is in the doctor.
I'm Dr. Vance Elliott at drvanceelliott.com.
Hi, Dennis from Weiss Johnson, and I'm joined by a very important member of our team, Jody. She coordinates our crew and job packages for all furnace replacements, air conditioner, and heat pump installs.
And Dennis, I've got to say, our installers really are the best. They've all been with us for a long time, and we never use subcontractors.
So you know that whomever is in your home is a Weiss Johnson employee, not someone hired out just to get things done. So the next time you need us, ask for Jody.
Always happy to help.
Visit weiss-johnson.com.
Just in time for the morning skate. This is the Kevin Karius Show on Sports 1440.
All right, welcome back to the big program. The Kevin Karius Show is presented by Sports Select, and it's easy to play. Just visit sportselect.com. You generate the QR code. I did that yesterday for our NFL picks. Check how to play videos. It's a step-by-step guidance. Sportselect.com. It's 100% legal. You got to be 18 plus. Please play responsibly. All right, time now for Are You In or Out?
Okay, you know what? Moving too fast. Bottom line, are you in or you out?
In or out of what?
No time for questions, just action. In or out?
Well, then I'm out.
I'm sorry, Jet. Actually, you're already in.
Are you in or are you out?
On Sports 1440.
I thought you would go, I'm in, Bob. We would have had a really cool moment, but you kind of ruined the whole thing.
All right, Duke, Letterbuck.
Over the weekend, the Edmonton Oilers, pair of losses in New Jersey and Detroit. Record to start the year now fallen to 2-3-1. Usually, you would expect a lot more discontent, a lot more public outcry from the fan base, especially here in Edmonton. But hey, seeing it firsthand on our text line, online, I think that it is all relatively muted so far, and I think it is exclusively because of the Toronto Blue Jays playoff run.
Ooh.
Look at the Duke.
Exclusively, he says, with the language.
Relatively. You got something there. There's no denying that. There's no denying that.
But
I'll probably go out only because of what's happened the last 2 years with slow starts, and they still got to the Stanley Cup final both times. So
it's exactly where I'm at.
It's helping.
For sure,
it's
it does help.
You're always deflecting when things are going wrong.
But it's more or less Groundhog Day. This is on repeat. This is how this team is. And you know what actually kind of eases it? We've heard the same chatter out of Connor and Leon's mouth. Oh, fast starts. And they start slow every year. This is who they are, man. So expect to see him in June playing.
So to that, if you guys think that is the reason why it is, a little quieter than maybe we've seen in the past 2 years, because they have not looked very good, with maybe the exception of that game against Vancouver and most of the Calgary game. What is your concern level? Are you guys in that same boat? Are you saying, yeah, hey, this is just what this team is. This is kind of par for the course. This is almost their identity at this extent, that they start slow and they play well when it matters? Or a little more turnover this year, some new faces, some differences. Is there any higher concern at this stage?
We'll save the best answer for last, Kevin, who's the true hockey aficionado.
Right.
My concern level, Duke, is not high. I told you this year at the beginning of the hockey season, I'm going to be a lot more tempered this year. I'm not going to go wave to wave, game to game, just ride that wave of emotion. I'm going to be a lot more even keeled and just look at the whole picture. And the whole picture is this is exactly how they've played the past couple of years, and it's ended up pretty well. Kevin, concern level?
My concern level is probably 7.5 because
it's high.
Yes, because of all the bull crap that we've heard again. We hear it every year. And the reason that I would say that, the team has a different makeup this year than they have in years past. It's a different team.
Who's going to be the Corey Perry? Who's going to be the grit guy?
There's a guy off the tip of my tongue. There's got to be someone that's going to have to snap on these guys.
Exactly.
And I don't know if that's a Matthias Ekholm, or if Zach Hyman were here and in the room, all the time, maybe it would be him. What are we at here? We're a dozen days till apparently Zach Hyman's coming back.
Yeah, I've almost forgot about him for the time being, to be honest.
Is he coming back at that time?
That's a good one. Is he going to come back at that time?
And you mentioned like Perry in his absence. This actually didn't get very much attention, which kind of surprised me, because if we remember last year after the finals, when the Amazon Prime series came out about following a select number of players and the behind the scenes stuff, and Connor McDavid's little explosion inside the locker room in the finals, that got a lot of coverage in talking about his style of leadership, and it's nice to see that level of emotion out of him, which you don't often see. This year's version of it, we saw Corey Perry kind of snap on the team during the cup final with all the high sticking penalties and stuff like that. So I was surprised that didn't get a little more traction out and about around the rest of the. Because I only saw it on socials. I hadn't actually watched the show itself, but his absence, I think, if not noted yet, might be still as the season progresses. Speaking of the Blue Jays, they win last night in Game 6. Decisive game number 7 forced for this evening. Shane Bieber going to take the hill. Former Cy Young winner, was very good his last time out. But with that being said, just the lack of trust that I think John Schneider has in certain parts of the bullpen, I think we will see another Jays starting pitcher make an appearance out of the pen in tonight's game.
Yes.
You say at least one.
I'm hoping so.
So
this is to get to the World Series, man.
Okay, so there's only 3 guys you could probably say here, right? Gosman, okay,
yep,
Bassett, and Scherzer.
Yeah.
So you're saying,
and if I had to bet on which one we would see, it would be Kevin Gosman. But I think if maybe Bieber has a bit of a rocky start and they decide to yank him early and they need some stretch innings, then I think Max Scherzer could be a very realistic
Leave no stone unturned.
Do you count Lauer or not?
No, he's been in the pen long enough. I wouldn't count that.
So I'll probably go out on this one. At least one, eh? Man.
Leave no stone unturned, KK. Game 7. World
If
Series,
it comes
man.
down to it, you think they're going to give the ball to Brendan Little instead of Max Scherzer or Kevin
Oh,
Gosman?
come on now. Come on now, Kevin.
Yariel Rodriguez.
like who in the bullpen do we trust right now? It's
Hoffman,
Louis Varland,
Dominguez,
Jeff Hoffman, and Sir Anthony Dominguez,
Varland.
maybe Braden Fisher.
And probably, you wouldn't throw, if you need a little bit of lefty action, Fluharty.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Mason Fluharty too.
So,
but like Eddie said, you shouldn't be at the point of trying to stretch. Like Jeff Hoffman went 6 outs last night.
Yeah.
It was excellent work. And I was kind of with you, Eddie. There was a couple moments where I was like, oh boy, he's gonna walk a couple guys in a row here.
2 innings, man.
But it was admirable work. It was.
Yeah.
That should not be on the table tonight. It should be one guy in there to face. If it's 3 batters, it's 3 batters. Next guy up. The World Series does not. It starts Friday, right, Kevin?
Mhm.
Game 1. You've got time to rest. Everybody
Yes.
will be available come game one. Empty the
Empty
holster
your clip.
tonight. Yeah.
Do that again. What was that?
I didn't get
That's
the good.
brah.
I didn't get the good tongue.
You gotta
What
roll
is
that
that?
R.
I didn't get it.
You don't know that,
I didn't
Kev?
get the R.
Oh,
Clip it, guys, clip it.
Wow. That's
Yikes.
unbelievable.
oh my god.
Clip it.
Oh my god. Number 3. Rewinding to Friday evening, Edmonton Elks lose to the BC Lions, ending their playoff hopes for the season. You mentioned this earlier, Eddie. I touched on it with you Saturday night at dinner. I think Trey Ford should be the starting quarterback come their season finale against Calgary.
Yeah, I'm going to be in. I mean, what do you got? Again, I'll preface it by what we said earlier. If Trey Ford comes out and has the
Throws
game,
for 400.
I mean, then you go, okay, is he the guy though?
Yeah.
And we've talked about this for years now.
Unnecessary controversy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to be in as well. Just roll the kid out, see what he's at, see how he's progressed throughout the year. If the practice reps have helped out, if he can see the game a little bit better, a little slower maybe for him. So I would love to see just, roll out Trey for the last game. Why not? I hear what you're saying in terms of the controversy it could create, KK, but why not?
Yeah.
Season's over.
Might as well give him a run.
Yeah.
There is again bonus clauses and stuff like that. As far as how much he plays, I don't think it would. If he played one game, it would be a big deal.
It all depends. And then, of course, stats, bonuses for stats, touchdowns thrown, and all that. Probably not going to hit him.
A little bit of evaluation. I'm 100% with you, Kev. Like, it's the end of the season. Who knows? Like, Calgary might still have something to play for at that point for second place, right?
For sure. Yeah.
So
I mean,
they'll probably have their
the crossover is not locked up, so it'll probably be Winnipeg or Calgary crossing over. So
full roster out there. But also
Calgary still has a shot at
second
home
place.
field.
Second.
At home field, right? So
and if nothing else, and I know this is very unlikely because of the money he carries on his contract, like if he actually does show well, maybe there is a team that comes interested on the trade front as opposed to cutting him out, right? And you can recoup some form of even the most minor level of asset. I think that's really unlikely, but hey, you never know. You do never
I think
know.
whatever happens next year is he's reworking his contract somewhere. How's that sound?
Oh, it has to.
This evening, another double dip of Monday Night Football. Been crazy this year. It's like more often than not, we get 2 games and a true doubleheader tonight with the East Coast and then West Coast time slots for them. Of the 2 underdogs, Tampa Bay currently on Sports Select. Let me just get the most fresh numbers. 6.5 point underdogs.
6.5 now.
I've got 6.5, and Houston 3.5 point underdogs in Seattle. 2 dogs most likely to win outright. I'm taking my boys. I'm
Easy
taking the
money.
Texans.
Out on that easy money, Tampa, baby.
Really?
6.5 point dog?
To win outright, though.
Oh, I missed that. Missed that in the question.
Kind of a bigger part of the question.
Guess I
here.
better read. That's my eyes when I read.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, because we're looking at a 3.5 dog.
I got no faith. No, I got no faith in Houston.
Really?
Nah, Seattle's a hard place to play too.
It used to be.
I got no faith in Houston. None. Not since they cost me the survivor pool. They cost me a couple pesos.
That was just a dumb pick.
Couple pesos earlier in the year.
A dumb pick. It was a dumb strategy because he
waiting and you left
until
yourself
Monday
2
night.
games,
Yeah.
and then of the 2 games, you picked the wrong one. You thought the Raiders were going to win that Monday night, if I recall.
And don't be mad at me because your team stinks, Duke.
Hey now. Hey now.
Come on now.
They're on the rise. Yeah, come on now. They're on the rise. They're 2-3. You're gonna be 500 after this. Right back in the mix. If the Colts would just stop winning, for God's sake, it would help a lot. But
Duke just wants us to get on this Houston train for his own validation.
We have to do our picks yet. So you're not leaning towards your Texans, or are you?
maybe.
Okay.
We'll see. Maybe because I know what direction you're gonna go, I can make a pick elsewhere and still have my rooting allegiances in the right spot.
Well, I'll tell you what, like old man Baker took Atlanta last night. So at least I won that one.
Good job, Kev.
But I think he took Detroit and I took Houston, I think.
So you'd be in line to duplicate it?
I don't know. I'm hopeless right now. So Yeah, he took Detroit -6. I got Houston +3.5.
Pretty good prices.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Texans can win this game. Seattle's good, and Sam Darnold continues to impress me. Like, I was fully on the train of outside of the Kevin O'Connell system, he's going to fall off a little bit. He's been one of the best quarterbacks in the league so far. Sure, one of the most accurate. JSN looks like the best receiver in the league through the first 6 weeks of the season. You got to get, and the defenses are for real as well. So you got to give them a lot of credit. I just think Tampa Bay may be a little bit too banged up against like I'd like them against almost anybody else, but Detroit's really rolling right now. So I think they win the game. Might even cover the 6.5 too.
Really
undetermined there.
Okay, well,
undetermined.
we'll see what you take.
Lastly, it is National Clean Your Virtual Desktop Day. So not your physical desktop, which I'm sure Kevin has at home with his antique clock and his big fountain pen. For signing important documents and whatnot, your virtual desktop on your computer.
What's that mean, Duke? Like delete your history?
Wow, take your
I just found out about it just now.
Yeah, Kevin just learned what his virtual desktop is and what a file explorer is on his laptop. It's been a big momentous day for him. I'm just saying this, and I get to see it firsthand here on these computers that we share amongst the producers and behind the scenes people. There's something off-putting and borderline like, I don't trust you if you leave your computer's file system like in complete disarray. Like you just save every single document, it's just out on your desktop, or you don't have folders inside your folders to organize things. And this is just a different like type of brain, right? Like some people like to be a little more organized, and some a little more free flow. This is not an indictment. It's just Declan Kruger is the most unhinged person in the world. On this laptop that they run the stream off of, there is 900 tabs open on the Chrome browser and about 1,000 different downloads just randomly placed throughout the file explorer system.
I can't believe
it's right on brand with Deck.
That's Declan's way of doing it. Something about that, I have a little bit of distrust with you. I can't trust you all the way.
Man, I'm a very organized, tidy person at home. A little OCD.
Are you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Things need to be in order.
In your garage, Eddie, do the
crispy.
tools have like the outline painted around them on the wall? So
I don't got much tools. My tools, it's very limited. So, but they are organized. You know, sometimes the garage will get out.
Tool bench, like kind of like your.
Well, I got pretty much a tool for every job. Almost.
Like what?
I got all the different screwdrivers, all the different heads and stuff. I got a drill. I got a ton of stuff actually. I really do. I got some stuff in the shed. I don't got like a table saw or anything like that, but a guy acquires some stuff over the years for sure. Now that I'm 37, I do pride myself on having a tool for the job around the house. I do.
Attaboy.
So I don't have a ton, but I've bought and stuff. There was a time and place where I almost committed to the old Ryobi line.
Just full Ryobi?
Yeah, I almost went Ryobi everything from, what is that?
Gets the job done.
Home Depot, I believe, is Ryobi.
You can get it wherever.
Yeah, because I got a blower, like to fill up my kid's little pool, and then I was going to get the weed whacker, the mower, but I need that gas-powered mower, baby. Give me that juice.
I might have to come borrow Kevin's little workshop at some point here. My cat's climbing tree.
Oh yeah.
The one base corner of it, because they just jump on it at full speed. It's kind of, so I might need to make a new base plate for it, like on a nice piece of plywood, cut out, and then the holes drilled through it for the screws.
Come on over, Duke. Come on over. We got.
You got a nice setup. I know you got a real nice
between
setup.
myself and Big Baldy across the alley, we got the neighborhood covered.
Yeah, you really do.
Garage is. There was one guy. He lives. I can't remember his name. He lives about 10 houses down. And Grant was like, we're talking about Grant Johns, and he was doing something, and I was doing something, and he drove by in the alley, and he goes, "You guys gotta stop." And we kind of like what? He goes, "You two are making the rest of us guys in the neighborhood look bad."
You got one of those garages, boy. Don't ever leave that open.
Stop.
It's a nice one. Clean too. See, that's what I appreciate is a clean floor.
Well, I got the crowd going.
You don't got mad oil spills everywhere. It's a nice, clean, clean operation.
I guess I'm out or in or whatever for this one.
Well, it sounds like you're an organized person. So if you ever actually use your laptop for anything more than
just work,
your tabs open
I got
during the show.
All my tabs up top that I need.
Right.
They're there every time. Joshy boy has seen it. It looks good. The only thing, like, I got to download a few things and it goes into that little folder. And I just, like, to me, like, once you close it, because I would have it open. It should be gone.
I'm a big believer. Like if I do download, say it's a depth chart for the Elks game on the
exactly.
I will open it. I'll look at it, keep it for like the weekend. They usually have them printed out of the game, so I don't need to take it with me. And then I delete it. Like it's into my trash folder.
Mhm.
And then I actually am a big believer in deleting my
Emptying your
recycling
trash.
bin more often than the computer does it automatically too. But maybe that's because of the limited, like my laptop doesn't have a ton of storage space. So it's not like I'm over capacity, but I always feel like I need to have X amount ready at the ready all the
Less
time.
is more, boys. Less
Well,
is
Keep
more.
it simple.
Old Buck just texted in pictures of his garage. That's top notch, Buck. Yeah, you
Put
got
yours to shame or what?
Oh yeah. Well, he's got
Does he got a lift in it?
no, but he's got all his
Ooh, that's a nice looking setup.
tools
in
and
here.
wrenches and sockets and
Love that.
This is the
everything
guy that could
else.
rebuild
Yeah.
your engine in his garage.
Yeah,
You know,
he
I'm-
looks like he's doing a lot more vehicle work. AJ.
So I'm in and out of a ton of different shops, county shops, public works, heavy duty mechanics. So I do gain a real nice appreciation for guys who keep their stuff in order because I see some chaos sometimes in shops, man.
Oh yeah, just come to Douglas Farms, buddy. You'll see it firsthand.
Chaos.
Oh yeah, chaos. Because it's just so much on the go all the time that it's very rarely you stop to put everything back where it's supposed to go. Because you fix something, I'm already 10 minutes behind to get to the field with it or whatever, right? So, oh yeah, it's chaos, and that's with my brain how it works. Drove me nuts all the time, but sometimes there's not much you can do.
Eddie, I'm taking the blades off tomorrow on the lawnmowers. Are you up for a little sharpening? Or
Well,
what?
you know what? When I got my lawnmower serviced by D's Small Engine Repair, he
That's
sharpened
right.
mine up for
He
me,
did, eh?
part of the service package. So you know what? I'm good, KK.
Yeah,
I'm
but you
good.
used it all summer.
That was late summer, man.
Was it?
It was late summer. Oop, got
Yeah.
but spit on you
Yeah,
almost.
Yeah, Eddie's spitting on me here.
Almost
But,
gotcha.
but here's the thing, like Eddie, I know that you're hitting like rocks. And
Oh,
curves
buddy, I'm
and,
reckless.
Like you're like
I'm reckless.
How many times do you hear that like that?
I'm not.
sound?
If there's something in front, man, I just close my eyes and go over it.
Oh, no.
I close my eyes and go, just so it doesn't shoot up in my face.
Oh, Eddie.
I also do wear goggles when I cut the
No,
grass.
really?
Yeah, goggles.
Tell me you're not wearing your
No, but I wear goggles because I had eye surgery last year
Yeah.
or 2 years ago. Remember, KK?
Yeah.
And I'm just not messing around anymore, man.
Wow.
Even just when I'm like getting a dusty area and it kicks up the dust, it gets in the eye and all that debris, man. I look out for myself.
I picture you with the goggles and the ear things, and
That's pretty intense. Just doing my residential backyard. That's pretty intense.
Oh man, yeah, Duke, bring that thing over and we'll fix her up. You don't want to take it to the farm, do you? No.
Well, I could, but it's a more out of the way
Yeah,
inconvenience.
no, we can.
All I need is just to get the measurement on the size of the plate, get a piece of plywood to cut it out, and then the distance from each edge for the
Oh.
holes to drill. Super simple job, but
Best text we got all morning from Crotch. New sponsor, Eddie Steele. But is in Steel.
Steel.
STIHL.
Mhm.
Why don't you work on this? Why don't you go to Steel? Call him, hey, we could, Eddie Steele.
By people touch base.
I think that would be good. Good stuff, Duke. Eddie, what do you got going on this week before Friday here?
Oh, today I got a big one. I got to go down, shoot Elks Nation
Yeah, yeah.
podcast,
Yeah.
Elks 101 with Declan Kruger, and then have a physio appointment, get some dry needling done. Get
Well, yeah,
these
you were
hips
talking
loosened
about
up.
that with Laddie on
yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Is that for the neck or is it?
Oh man, it could be everywhere. My neck, my glutes, my hips, but it's
Is
more
that-
so around my knee area. I'm going to get done.
Laddie wants the who's the person?
Tahisha Naidu. So
Right,
Doc
right,
Naidu,
doctor?
he was
Yes,
he's
that's
the
what-
team doctor for the Oilers and the Eskimos Elks.
Yeah.
And his sister is a physiotherapist.
Because you guys were talking about that at
Yeah,
dinner on Saturday.
yeah, and she does some wonderful dry needling. So
So how does that work? Like, what do you?
it's like acupuncture, but it's like they poke in and constantly are poking in instead of acupuncture where they leave the needles in. And they're trying to find that trigger point of the muscle reaching deep, and then the muscle spasms and it just releases. So when like Laddie, for example, when they're doing your neck, it's sketchy, man, because like you're one poke away from paralyzing yourself essentially.
Really?
So you got to lay there really carefully and just let your mind not wander because man, you're thinking these people are putting needles up in my spine and stuff. It's pretty crazy. But the release that you get, KK, I've never had anything that can really get that deep into the muscle and release it, no matter how depth of the massage you do or the amount of foam rolling you do, the amount you just press on it with your fingers. Nothing touches it like dry needling.
Wow. Well, good luck with that.
Thank you. I need it. I need it. That's what years of wear and tear does to the old body.
That's right. We'll see you on Friday, big guy.
Yes, sir.
Have a good rest of your week. That's Eddie Steele, our co-host on Mondays and Fridays. Grey Cup champion from 2015, all-decade team with the double E. We'll be back with Eddie on Friday at 7. And, of course, check him out on Elks Nation with Declan Kruger. Just going in to shoot the latest edition of that. Coming up in the 9 o'clock hour, we got Bob Stauffer. We'll talk about Johnny Sexsmith, our good pal, good buddy, who passed away on Friday after a long career in broadcasting and then coaching, everything else. Landon Ferraro unable to make it now at 10 o'clock, so we'll probably run some Oilers posts that happened yesterday following the game. Chris Knobloch spoke, Leon Draisaitl spoke, Brett Kulak spoke. So we'll get that on sometime in the next couple of hours as well. Before all that, time now for a Sports 1440 update brought to you by First Round. And tonight could be a big night for you if you head down to First Round, either location. You could win an NFL jersey tonight at both locations, and you get 50% off boneless wings. Check them out, First Round, both locations on 104th Avenue, then right here in the mall that has it all. Edmonton's NFL headquarters, First Round. Here is the Duke.
The Sports 1440 update.
Edmonton Oilers losing in Detroit yesterday afternoon 4-2, making it 3 losses in a row on their road trip. 3 other games around the NHL. Vancouver beating the Caps 4-3. Blackhawks spoiled Joe Quenneville's return to Chicago with a 2-1 win over at the Ducks, and the Mammoth topped the Bruins 3-2. Toronto Blue Jays forced a decisive Game 7 in the ALCS with a 6-2 win over at the Mariners last night. 22-year-old Trey Savage going 5 2/3, striking out 7. Addison Barger, Vlad Guerrero Jr. both going deep for Toronto in the win. Week 7 in the NFL. Rams beating Jacksonville 35-7 in London to kick off the day. Kansas City routs Vegas 31-0. Philly outlasting Minnesota 28-22. Cowboys topped the Commanders 44-22. And the banged up San Francisco 49ers shut down Atlanta on Sunday Night Football, winning 20-10. Canada West Rugby Championships from Foot Field yesterday. The U of A Pandas are racing a 12-3 first half deficit. Come back and beat Lethbridge 15-12 to capture the bronze medal. Coming up in hour 3 of the Kevin Karius Show, we'll be joined by Edmonton Oilers analyst Bob Stauffer. I'm Brandon Douglas, Center Sports 1440 update.
This is Sports 1440, a Stingray radio station broadcasting on Treaty 6 territory.
Download the free iHeartRadio app and listen to CKJR wherever you go.
At Fountain Tire, get up to 15% off select tires, up to $125 off a set of 4 select Goodyear tires, and $50 off $150 service until December 13th. Restrictions apply. Book today. Fountain Tire. We're on this road together, Canada.
Getting in on the sports action you want is as easy as playing at sportselect.com. Simply make your picks online, generate your QR code, and lock in your bet at your local Lotto Spot retailer. Then sit back, watch the game, grip your chair, and high-five anyone nearby. Every bet is 100% legal with the chance of winning cash in hand. Sports Select. When you're ready to play, bet on the original. Must be 18 plus to play. Play responsibly. Carve out for a cause at the Jason Greger Pizza Pig Out, presented by GS Construction. Thursday, November 6th at the Canadian Ice House, indulge in unlimited pizza from amazing local pizzerias while you help raise some dough for kids' sport. Then vote for your favorite slice to help crown the People's Choice Award winners. Tickets to join Edmonton's biggest and best adult pizza party are just $30. Head to jasongregerpizzapigout.com for more details and to buy tickets.
Groceries, mortgage payments, family holidays, a new car. That's what profit shares look like for Vision Credit Union members. Each year, we return about 75% of our profits, $35 million last year, to the people who bank with us. Because at Vision Credit Union, when you're an owner, you get your share. Why not get yours? Learn how at whatsyourshare.ca. That's whatsyourshare.ca.
Canada, Crave is now the exclusive streaming home of Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune. Let me hear you if you want to win. 2 of the most iconic game shows in television history.
You never know what's going to happen around here.
Stream new seasons next day on Crave.
I'm excited already.
Plus, dive into a massive library of classic episodes, which include Canadian legend Alex Trebek.
Answer. Daily Double.
Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune. Stream now, only on Crave. Subscribe at crave.ca.
A veteran of the Edmonton sports scene for over 3 decades, the Kevin Karius Show, powered by Sports Select.
Bet on the original at sportselect.com. Please play responsibly.
All right, welcome back to the big program. 9:10 in Edmonton. Kevin Karius, Duke of Delburne with you on Sports 1440, presented by Sports Select. We've got Fenny, Josh Fenwick. That's Eddie's new nickname for him, Fenny. And Sam, the record man, in studio as well. Text 833-401-1440. Jay in Victoria says, Eddie, right now, no stone unturned. Bieber, complete game. We're into the 7th. Well, if Bieber gets to the 6th or 7th, Jay, the Blue Jays have a fantastic chance to win in this one for sure. Ranting Rob texts in, no outcry regarding the Oilers. It's back-to-back daytime games. Me worry that they put McDavid and Draisaitl back together at home. Well, they played together yesterday too. They've been going back and forth as far as playing together, playing apart. Blake says, don't they have a better record right now than the last 2 years? Pretty well, I think, after 6 games, so 2-3-1. Again, and Ottawa is floundering. They're 2-4. They don't have Brady Tkachuk. They've given up a pile of goals in Ottawa. In the 6 games, they've given up 30 goals. No one, I don't think anyone is even remotely close to that. 22 Boston Bruins. I'm not seeing anything out even in the West. Well, I guess San Jose, you can count San Jose and Calgary in there, but 30 for the Ottawa Senators right now. They've given up their defensive play is suspect. So go into Ottawa, win that game. You come back basically at 500. You're sitting at 3-3-1. And then you've got, the joint will be jumping for Montreal on Thursday. You got to go back on the road again for 2 more games on the weekend. And that's a back-to-back as well. So after you got Montreal here on Thursday night, you go into Seattle on the Hockey Night in Canada late game. And then same thing in Vancouver on Sunday. So those are 2 later starts, 8 o'clock Edmonton time, Mountain time. And then after that, the schedule gets a little bit easier in the sense that you've got some normalcy when you've got some home games. But once you get into the middle of the month of November, then it's it's the longest trip of the year. You're going to Philadelphia and back-to-back Philly and Columbus on the 12th and 13th. You're in Carolina, Buffalo, Washington, Tampa Bay, and Florida. A lot of people are going to be looking forward to that Florida game. It's on a Saturday night. It's a 5 o'clock start. It's the last game of that road trip. Once the Oilers get out of the month of November, I wouldn't say it's clear sailing, but you're getting rid of a lot of games that are on the road. And we talked about it when they played that game in New York against the Rangers. It was the first game of 17 of their next 24 on the road. So you're getting a lot of the Eastern road trips out of the way. I believe once you get back after into January, they don't have to go to the Eastern time zone anymore after a road trip in January, I think. So, they're getting this out of the way. And then with the Olympic break, it's going to cause, the time off for a lot of players. So, once they get back from the Olympic break, that's when everything starts to roll. Nail says, it should be a good battle with Ottawa. They give away goals. Edmonton does not score, LOL. Brian, the fan, says, it seems though McDavid is not happy. Looks stressed out. What do you think, KK? That one goal, I think when they had a shot of him on the bench And I thought, to be honest with you, it was the second goal when they took a shot of him on the bench. The third goal yesterday in Detroit was one that, I mean, it's a seeing eye shot from the sideboards through some traffic. But, I mean, if you're a goaltender, that has to hit you. It has to hit you. I don't know if he looks stressed out. I wouldn't say that, Brian. I mean, when things aren't going well, everyone's not happy. And the team isn't happy in the sense that they're not scoring 5-on-5. There was a West Side Don. Oilers lead the NHL in offensive zone, West Side Don, offensive zone time. This is a text that came in about an hour ago. So they lead the NHL in offensive zone time while playing 5-on-5, and they're dead last 5-on-5 scoring. It's very simple then. And Don hits it right on the head here. Speed and skill on the periphery. No desire to go to the front of the net with numbers. Soft. It's about paying the price. We've talked about this for a long, long time. You don't pay the price and you're not engaged and you do not want to match the intensity, the physicality of your opposition, you're not going to win in this league. We'll touch on a little bit of Oilers hockey, but not a whole heck of a lot because we want to talk about John Sexsmith. And we did last Friday with Dave Jamieson for a brief time. But Bob Stauffer, of course, everyone knows he's on 630 Ched and been a long-time radio analyst and media person in town. And Bob knew Johnny a long, long time. I mean, if you saw that picture that they showed on Saturday, that's going way back. We'll get his thoughts on that. That's coming up right after the break. Bob Stauffer will have a little bit of an ode to John Sexsmith and some texts even rolling in a little while ago, even from Crotch. We'll get to that text coming up too. It's the Kevin Karius Show with the Duke of Delburne on Sports 1440, presented by Sports Select. We're streaming on YouTube, X, Facebook, and Instagram as well.
You've probably heard the term supply and demand. Something is needed and someone supplies it. We're GS Construction, and we're in the supply and demand business with you. Edmonton and the surrounding area continue to grow. Infrastructure has to be continually replaced and upgraded to keep up with demand. You see it with new buildings and new roads, but what about below ground, where all sorts of pipes bring you water and take wastewater away? That's where we come in. For more on what we do, go to gsconstruction.ca.
At Leading Edge Physiotherapy, we believe that life shouldn't hurt. Now, that doesn't mean that we don't know that sometimes it really hurts. I mean, we've seen people at their worst moments in life, when they feel they have nowhere to turn, or at a time when they felt like their problem just wouldn't ever go away. We've also seen people who thought to themselves, it'll just go away on its own, or this is no big deal. I don't want to bother anyone about this. Don't know where to turn to, or think it's no big deal. Either way, we have the technology, techniques, and skills to help you get back to it, whatever your it may be. Life shouldn't hurt. LeadingEdgePhysio.com.
Hey, sports fans, we've got a clear choice for you. At Crystal Glass, we provide customers with the perfect glass for any job. From home to auto and even commercial, installation or repairs, we're your team. Call 310 Glass or visit crystalglass.ca. Crystal Glass.
Edmonton Elks Spectacular is back. Presented by Goodwill. October 24th versus the Calgary Stampeders, featuring pumpkin carving contest and more. Plus, we're collecting donations supporting Edmonton Women's Shelter Win House. Tickets at goelks.com.
Monopoly Double Play is back at McDonald's. So let's practice winning. You just won 25 grand and go.
Yes.
I said 25 grand.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Much better. Okay, now you just won a brand new Chevrolet Corvette. I think she just fainted. Impressive. Feel like a winner on pack and in-app. Monopoly Double Play is back. While supplies last, 1 in 5 chances to win game piece prizes at outset. Chances to win draw prizes depend on number of entries in each draw. Cash prizes payable by e-transfer. See rules in-app.
The job won't wait. Why should you? At AWS Welding Supplies and Repairs, conveniently located in Nisku, we've got everything you need to get it done. From product sales to servicing and calibrating machines, we're your one-stop shop. We're a proud, locally owned and operated business, committed to serving our community with a proven track record of customer service. Don't let a broken tool slow you down. We offer fast repairs and free same-day delivery of in-stock items to Leduc, Nisku, and South Edmonton. AWS Welding. We make it happen.
Edmonton's home for sports is Sports 1440. After every game this season, tune in to Andrew Walker for the post-game show. Let's talk some hockey. Let's talk about the game on Sports 1440.
At the Nissan All-In Clearout, there's nothing more chill than financing an award-winning Nissan for just 0%. Enjoy the soothing relaxation of zero stress, zero worries, zero indecision. During the Nissan All-In Clearout, get 0% financing plus up to $500 bonus on some of our best-selling models. You have zero reasons to wait. Conditions apply. See your local Nissan dealer today.
Visit your local Edmonton and area Nissan dealer for more information.
Game day sauce.
Buddy, quit rolling up to the bar and looking like it's grade 9 grad and you're wearing your dad's old work suit. Do yourself a favor and call Game Day Suits.
Game Day Suits is Alberta-based and makes fully customizable, made-to-order suits. Perfect for hockey teams, wedding parties, or even the office crew. Book your free consultation at GameDaySuits.ca.
I'm rocking one right now. I look deadly.
You know they can't see you, right?
Okay, Mr. Announcer, you want to go, tough guy?
Game day sauce.
Portions of this hour are brought to you by Sports Select. Playing Sports Select is easy. Visit sportselect.com and generate a QR code. Or check their how to play videos for step-by-step guidance. Sportselect.com. 100% legal. Must be 18 plus. Please play responsibly.
Have your sports curiosity cured with the Kevin Karius Show. This is Sports 1440.
All right, welcome back to the big program, 9:20 in Edmonton. Kevin Karius, Duke of Delburne with you on Sports 1440. The Kevin Karius Show is presented by Sports Select. If you like the paper selection slips, no problem. You can make your picks using the paper selection slips at every local lotto spot retailer. It's 100% legal. You got to be 18 plus. Please play responsibly. Text line 833-401-1440. This is from Crotch. I'm a head coach with Southside Athletic Club. I ran a few conditioning skates with John Sexsmith in August. I asked him how his health was, and he said, if I felt any better, I'd be dangerous. Such a good guy. He gave me the best advice. Treat each one of your players as if they were your own. I'm honored to have known John, and we all are. And we're, as we welcome in Bob Stauffer from the Oilers Radio Network, a longtime friend of Johnny's. Morning, Staff. Thanks for coming on, big guy. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries. Absolutely.
You had a nice tribute, you and Gene, on Saturday. That one picture that you had with Johnny from your days way back, maybe just tell our listeners about that old picture that was that you dug up. Where was that from, Staff?
That was from CJSR in 1989. I met John during the 88-89 season, and he had a show called Philharmonic. So he was doing Mole Star. He started doing Mole Star probably in the mid 80s. I think he actually replaced Steve Lansky, who ended up becoming a pretty good producer, real talented guy. And then John was bartending at Earl's on campus, and I was in my first year of what turned out to be far too many years at the University of Alberta. And so John, John's a few years older than you and me, Kevin. As you know, I think he's 5 years older than us, because I think you and me are basically within 1 year of each other. But he was mature beyond his years. He had incredible charisma when he could certainly turn it on. He had some fire, you know that. But yeah, that photo. He had a show called Philharmonic. He had a very eclectic taste in music. We ended up doing the Golden Bears together from '89 until '92 on radio. We did hockey and football together. And then he got the K97 gig, I think, in like '89, '90, in around that time, and sort of became more of a mainstream, media personality. But if you were around him prior to that, you knew it was inevitable that it was going to happen. And then he went from K97. He ended up over at Ched for a year doing Oilers pre and post game. He was actually the first pre and post game host that they had in that sort of role. And then he ended up with you guys over at Global. In fact, I think he preceded, because I was just on with Darren Millard and John Shannon, because I'm thinking you came to town in what, 98, 99? What year?
98. And Johnny was there for a spell, not a whole hell of a lot longer, because he had came and then he left and he came back. So he was probably there about 8 months before I got there.
Yeah, and then I'm sure I don't know if you've mentioned this to your listeners, but you and me did the Golden Bears football team together for 3 or 4 years there, and initially, John had expressed some interest doing it, but had decided, fatherhood and that sort of thing to cut back a little bit on some of that stuff. So, he was the best man at my wedding. He was. We ran pretty hard throughout most of the late 1980s and into the early 1990s. And when I mean run hard, I mean like Wednesday through Saturday night, and then and I'm going to cross promote here, but I can remember being lined up, getting our Sports Select picks Sunday morning in at Moe's Sports Parlor, and John was usually there having a 7-Up with myself and the late great Wes Montgomery, and we would. So right now they're probably lined up in heaven side by side, and they're going, I wonder where that fat what stopper is going to make his way up here. Wow. But he was a great guy, and he loved life, he loved sports. Obviously, Joanne and Joel are very important to him. He had some fire, and he had great and the guy could write.
Yeah, like he was the best writer I've ever seen.
Yeah, like he could really write for television, but he didn't sometimes, like a couple times, this might have preceded you at Global, or ITV Global, whenever the changeover occurred. They were in a couple of hockey tournaments, and he basically brought me in to be a ringer. And I wasn't.
Come on now, Bob. Come on.
Come on. You know who dominated when it was like it was you, me, and Sexsmith, and then there was everybody else. And so if I wasn't, scoring, he'd be on me. Like he'd be like, "Come on, like get going here. We need you." And I'm like, "We're playing like pickup hockey, man. Like just right on." And and then when we played the media hockey, we'd always have to be split up before you arrived. Because you gave us another really good player, and the thing was he was highly competitive. Yeah. So he'd sit there and hack and whack you and slash you, and he'd be protecting the puck. So about once a year I'd have to reverse tourism, right? Like I just drill him, and you know what? He wouldn't be deterred for a second. He'd get right back on the horse, and the next time I came down the ice, I knew he was going to give it. That's just the way he was wired. He was a highly competitive, fun guy.
Well, I think I told you this story too, and I mentioned it to our listeners on Friday. I'm just going to repeat it because I told it a few times over the weekend, Bob, about so the Wick Cup was back in the 98, 99, and I had just got here, and John said to me, he goes, "Okay, we got 10 guys. You're going to be on the ice when I'm not on the ice," and vice versa. We had, a group of five, and anyway,
and you guys were head and shoulders their best two players. So.
Well, but all the guys came to me that, like, we're talking like an editor like Craig Jarrett, who could barely skate. And he said to me, he goes, "You got to talk to Johnny because he's losing his mind on us."
Yeah.
And I said, "What are you talking about?" And because I was on the ice when he was on the bench giving it to the guys. So was so funny. On Friday night, obviously you're out east, but I went to the game and I was so impressed. The Golden Bears hockey game, Joel played. And then what do we got? Rick, Grant, Blaine, and Jimmy. And all the guys there, and those are Johnny's tightest group. And I think I'm missing one other guy too, but I can't remember now. We went to Earl's after, but Joel came up after the game, Bob, and came into the stands. We were just sitting there kind of finishing up our beers and whatever.
Yeah.
Man, was I impressed how he played on Friday night. You would have been so proud too.
Well, I watched part of the game online, and I have my concerns about, and I could see this coming, especially I'll be honest with you, I was watching Penn State as well Friday night, and then I watched a bit of the Golden Bears game late. And actually, so just the fact, I'm not surprised Joel played. I mean, I think Joel should have had a better major junior career than he did. I was a little bit surprised last year that he was in and out of the lineup. I've stayed very close in terms of observing that program. I don't agree with everything that's gone on with that program over the last couple of years, and I'm not surprised that they had the exodus of players that they did. But am I surprised that Joel gutted it up? And no, because that's what his dad would have wanted him to do, was to play. That's just, and it's, I thought I should have done something like this on Friday before I did my own show, Kevin, because I got a little emotional for a minute and a half. And part of it is just, it's John sent that cryptic text message out to a bunch of us, 10 days ago, what do I have in common with Gord Downey? And as you know, Gord Downey was on our plane. Back in 2009, I ended up getting him on Oilers Now. And the fact that John, the cancer had spread to his brain, and the fact that John would pass away on the same day that Gord Downey passed away on October 7th, it was a lot. So, and he might not have been a poet laureate, but he was in many ways, shape, and form. I met Gord and had a chance to talk to him on our plane for about 25 minutes, but with Kevin Lowe one time, and he had the same sort of eclectic openness about him, and liked having discussed. Was a passionate hockey fan. Obviously, at that time he was begging the Leafs to get Phil Kessel. As I remind Berkey, he lost that trade because he gave up what turned out to be Tyler Seguin and Dougie Hamilton. But no, it's just it was sad, but I'm not surprised that Joel stepped up and played on Friday and Saturday.
I went to see John on Thursday, Bob, and it was a hard. He was obviously he was in a coma, and I saw him on Thursday in the afternoon, and spent about a half an hour up there with Joanne, and then Johnny's mom and sister came up, and but you knew it was his time, and I'm glad that it went really quickly, and he didn't have to go through the pain that he had done for so many years in this. But like the other things that, like, Johnny loved the show that you were talking about on CGSR. I mean, he loved music. I mean, we had so many get-togethers that were back in the day with the camera guys and all the guys that like Hamish and Stickle and all the guys. And there was even a guy like Steve Corby. He passed away from cancer too many years ago. But we had so many guys that were in that group for so many years, like Twardzik and Paul and Sammy. I'm missing a lot of guys here, but we went out to Stickle's place once, and Johnny was in charge of the tunes, and he starts playing that Doris Day song, Que Sera Sera, and he starts tearing up, and I'm going like, what's the problem here? He goes, that song gets me every time. And I'm like, those are the little things that you remember. And
I gotta just one thing here. Like, I'm sure a lot of the people who worked at Global and some of John's other friends would say, John, are you actually friends with that Stauffer guy? Because you would not find he was like your managing editor. He worked. He could write
Glenn
as well.
Kubish, probably.
Oh, like Glenn Kubish and me are about as diametrically opposed on every single philosophical issue on the planet. And you mentioned we had a golf tournament out there a number of years ago, and it was in around the time that it was just after I'd started doing the show in 1260. And Glenn was looking for his balls out on this course, and he was taking like hours, and I was ready to strangle a guy. I'm like, and he was walking the course. Yeah. And so, I just laughed because I'd see Kubish once in a while post up, and I'm like, it's just, and the other thing is, you mentioned so John's 5 years older than me, and all the group of guys, Jimmy Annis, who owns Yanni's, and Grant, all those guys, Rick, John had a nickname when he got after a bit before I came around, and that was Bob Noxious. And then the real Bob Noxious showed up. So it was funny, right? Because he liked to have a good time, and sometimes things would get a little bit heated, and I was actually, I was the cooler. In fact, one night, as I recall, at a downtown establishment, right when I first started dating Kathy, after this younger gentleman made the stupid decision arm wrestle me, and I beat him. He wasn't done, and you decided to take care of him. And to this day, that always makes me laugh. Just the way you dealt
Johnny
with
was
that.
right there too. He was howling at that.
I don't know if you could do that today, but you could 25 years ago. No, it was good times. He was a good guy. I mean, 13 years.
Yeah.
Dealing with cancer, and just look how he gave back to. Some other guys would have quit work, but he worked to live. That was part of what kept him going all those years. And so, we did our thing on Saturday with Gene. I told Gene I can't go on for longer than 45 seconds or a minute here, because then I'm going to get emotional. So you're going to have to jump in here. And great guy, had a wonderful wife, great kid, like just a great kid. And we've seen him a lot in the playoffs the last 3 years.
He's been coming up because I think a lot of, we should mention that because Joel's come up and, during playoffs, there's more cameras, more producers, more things. And Joel would come in and hold the microphone for the opposition team to make sure that, for Sportsnet. So,
Even I tell you this, even guys from the Kings organization reached out about it.
Yeah.
Over the last, they saw the tribute during the intermission. So there you go. No, it was good stuff.
Yeah. Well, we'll when you get back, Bobby, we'll raise a glass, and I don't know if you're having a Red Bull or whatever you're having. I don't know, but
or 6 or 7.
We'll figure it out. We'll shoot the breeze. Thanks for coming on, Big. I appreciate it.
Hey, anytime. Take care, KK.
Okay, that's Bob Stauffer, Oilers Radio Network. As he said, he was best man at Johnny was best man at Bobby's wedding, and they go back a long time, and back like that picture. If you get a chance to have a look at that, that was 1989, as Bob said at CJSR. So, we lost a really good one, and I mean, there's going to be a celebration of life. There's going to be another big party, I believe. I'll tell you what, I had a lot of fun on Friday night with all of Johnny's buddies that were at the game. We watched basically the third period and a little bit together. Even before at the Bears game on the Friday, got the chance to sit up with Billy Moores, and we talked about John and for quite an extensive amount of time before the game, during the intermissions and stuff like that. And obviously, John interviewed these guys all the time and was had a special rapport, a special relationship with guys like Bill Moores and things like that. So we're going to miss him for sure. And we'll raise a glass to him here in the next little bit for sure. When we come back, we'll get to some maybe Oilers sound from yesterday on the Kevin Karius Show with the Duke of Delburne on Sports 1440, presented by Sports Select. We're also streaming on YouTube and X.
Top quality flooring, locally owned, and Canadian products from Beaulieu. Yeah, that's CFI.
CFI what?
No, CFI, Custom Floors Inc.
From free estimate to professional installation, contact Custom Floors Inc. at customfloorsinc.ca.
At Fountain Tire, get up to 15% off select tires, up to $125 off a set of 4 select Goodyear tires, and $50 off $150 service until December 13th. Restrictions apply. Book today. Fountain Tire. We're on this road together, Canada.
Looking for the perfect gift? Give the gift of great taste with a Loca Quality Market gift card. Redeemable at any Loca Quality Market or Loca operated restaurant. It's a treat for food lovers. Ready anytime. Grab yours today at loca.ca.
Wing Wednesday at First Round. Whether you're coming for the first round, the last round, or a few rounds in between, they've got you covered. With half-price wings every Wednesday night. Half-price wings. Over 35 delicious flavors like Cajun salt and pepper, maple bacon, and Inferno wings. Now half price every Wednesday night. Wash them down with a cold pint of Canadian or Coors Light for only $5.75. Half price Wing Wednesdays at First Round in West Ed and now downtown. First Round, burgers, beer, sports.
Edmonton's go-to station for all things sports is Sports 1440.
From Low Tide to Kevin Karius and Jason Greger, we deliver the latest on your favorite teams.
Tune in 24 hours a day, 7 days a week
to Sports 1440.
Groceries, mortgage payments, family holidays, a new car. That's what profit shares look like for Vision Credit Union members. Each year, we return about 75% of our profits, $35 million last year, to the people who bank with us. Because at Vision Credit Union, when you're an owner, you get your share. Why not get yours? Learn how at whatsyourshare.ca. That's whatsyourshare.ca. When it comes to choosing a hair clinic, the difference is in the doctor.
I'm Dr. Vance Elliott. Transforming how you feel about yourself is a very personal experience, and I'll work directly with you every step of the way.
Physicians come from all over the world to learn from Dr. Elliott.
When your personal goal is to help other people achieve theirs, you must deeply understand the latest treatments.
Want to feel confident and comfortable? The difference is in the doctor.
I'm Dr. Vance Elliott at drvanceelliott.com.
Could have heard.
This is the Kevin Karius Show on Sports 1440, a proud presentation of Sports Select.
In store or online at sportselect.com. Please play responsibly.
All right, welcome back to the big program, 9:39 in Edmonton. Kevin Karius, Duke of Delburne with you on Sports 1440. We got Josh Fenwick, and Sam the Record Man in studio as well. Hey, Duke, should we do the $50 gift certificate giveaway from first round for tonight's Monday night, 2 games?
I think that's a great idea.
Why wouldn't we? Let's do it. A $50 gift certificate up for grabs right now. Who was the top scoring running back yesterday in fantasy football, full PPR? The top scoring running back in fantasy yesterday. There's some big performances yesterday. Send it our way, 833-401-1440. The number 1 scoring running back in full PPR. Should mention too, Duke, we'll have the Blue Jays game on tonight here on Sports 1440, correct?
Yeah,
right?
pretty exciting stuff. Right after the Gregor show, it's just going to spill over into the start of the broadcast. So that's a pretty good get for all of our behind the scenes crew, JR and Marty and everyone, to have that, because we've had weekend games all summer long through the playoffs, and now to get Game 7, that's pretty exciting. In case you're out and about and can't do what you, myself, Speck are all going to do, and is veg out on the couch watching this game
again. So the first Monday nighter starts at 5:15, correct? I believe so. A guy can watch almost an hour of that, but then it's just straight to the Jays. I mean, I'm not flicking back and forth, man. I mean, I know you got all.
I got the second screen, so the football game will be on that small screen. I'll tell you, like last night, Sunday Night Football was on the small screen. The Jays took the primary focus, and for good reason. And it'll be ditto again tonight. It was a tough juggling act yesterday. It was with the Oilers playing in the middle of the day. Kind of took a little chunk out. They actually took small screen because on the big screen I can watch, have 4 games up at once and just like flick back and forth around each of them on the quad box there. So it was a busy day, very busy weekend in the sporting world. And it didn't really disappoint. Maybe save the Oilers. They probably let down more than a few people across the board. 833-401-1440. Tons of texts rolling in already. How about Playbook Vic comes in with Jonathan Taylor? We've had 5 Jonathan Taylor answers so far. Isn't that something? I thought Playbook Vic would be on top of this, Duke, but apparently not. Jonathan Taylor had an amazing game. But his receptions, full PPR again, full PPR. Receptions are king. 3 touchdowns for Taylor, all on the ground. Is he the best running back right now in the league, Duke? It's tough to argue against him.
It's tough arguing against him. I saw someone from the Colts called him the best running back right now. I don't know, after that game yesterday. Maybe it was from the Chargers. I'm just trying to find that comment now. But right now, Indy leads the NFL in scoring, Duke. And no one would have ever put this at the start of the year. Indy leads the NFL in scoring, averaging 33.1 points per game. They're 232 points right now, or the 3rd most in Colts history through 7 games. And that's not behind a Peyton Manning team either. It was 58. That's probably Johnny U, or maybe it was 64. I don't know, with Johnny U. 255 and 237 points. Daniel Jones. I mean, you can talk about, and Eddie talked about Baker Mayfield. I mean, it's between these 2 guys right now, is it not, Duke, as far as MVP?
Yeah, I think Baker, just being a quarterback, still has a decided edge. But
I said no, Daniel Jones too. I put it.
Sorry. And I think Daniel Jones will probably take a little bit. I would still say the same thing, decided edge, because of the fact that Baker's been doing it with yet to have all of his receivers play in the same game, like all of his top receivers. Bucky Irving's injury, right? It's been a little more banged up down there, and he's picked up the slack. Whereas in Indy, it's been a full frontal team effort with Jones playing as well as he's ever played. Jonathan Taylor, back to that MVP caliber running back we saw a number of years ago. So, and the Colts defense has been nails as well. The Bucks a little more leaky at times. So, but I think you're right. Jones is right there in the conversation.
Taylor leads the NFL in rushing yards with 697. That's more than 100 ahead of where Javonte Williams is of the Dallas Cowboys. He leads the NFL in attempts, 131. Touchdowns, 10. He's on pace to win the rushing triple crown this season, leading the NFL in carries, rushing yards, and rushing TDs. He also did so in 2021. Per NFL research, he'd be the first player to win multiple rushing triple crowns outright since Hall of Famer Jim Brown did it in 58, 59, and 1965. Again, 94 yards, 3 TDs on 16 carries yesterday. That's the 5th career game with 3+ rushing TDs, tying Edgerrin James for most in Colts history. Text 833-401-1440. Playbook Vic says, yeah, I know that Josh Jacobs outperformed Justin Jefferson. Man, I watched the tail end of it. They were going to Jefferson every play, and the ball was off coming from
Wentz looked
Wentz, yeah.
really bad yesterday. I wonder if JJ McCarthy is at 100% or deep 100% if he comes in that game, because Wentz was not good.
Yeah.
I have to think they're going back to the second-year guy next week.
Mm-hmm. Well, while we got NFL talk here, Duke, we might as well do, and we'll save the Oiler clips for the top of the hour. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
We'll do the Oiler clips top of the hours. We might as well do our picks here while we're doing NFL stuff. So the 2 Monday night games, 6.5 the spread, you said?
I'm just refreshing it one final time
So
now that we're
Detroit's
official.
minus 6.5.
Yeah, Detroit 6.5, Seattle 3.5. Both home teams, the favorites tonight.
Okay, and you get first pick. So
yeah, I'm going to take my Texans plus 3.5.
Really?
Yeah, I know. I was keeping you on edge that whole time with what my decision might be, but
I got Houston with old man Baker, so now I'm like, well, so
You're
I'm
conflicted.
hedging my bet again here, so it doesn't really matter.
you should get a win one way or the other.
When we had Scott Reynolds on, he talked about the Detroit Lions secondary,
Mm-hmm.
and so Branch is out. It's banged up. I don't think. Did he say there's not one starter from the beginning of the year?
I don't think so. Yeah. To be honest, Kev, if I'm like at home and heading over to my local lotto spot to make my own picks on this game, I'm probably just taking the over in the Tampa.
It's 52.5?
52.5.
Yeah. I mean, you said you'd probably go with Detroit, so I'll go of the opposite. I'll say Tampa Bay. So I'll take the points.
I really wouldn't know what to pick. Tampa Bay is still an unreal team. I picked them to go to the Super Bowl at the start of the year.
Yeah.
They're defying the odds, but just those injuries. And if Ibuka plays, what percentage is he playing at?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the Lions might just have a little more firepower left in the tank to
So you got
outgun.
You got
outgun
Houston.
Tampa.
We're both taking the dogs. You got Houston plus 3.5. I got Tampa plus 6.5.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Detroit's probably going to shellac them, and that's how it's going for me right now. Text 833-401-1440. Thanks to all sending. Playbook Vic says, any news on Evans playing tonight for Tampa Bay? Again, Scott Reynolds was on about an hour and a half ago, Vic, and he said that Evans is likely good to go, and Ibuka was a game time decision, but he practiced on Saturday, and they're sort of leaning towards him playing. And as Duke just said, you get Evans and Ibuka back. I mean, those are two quality targets for Baker Mayfield. The other thing that, with Bucky Irving out, Rashid White has been pretty good in the backfield. And Tucker's been not bad spelling him off either in the backfield. Hey, Duke, on that, and I mean, Eddie kind of got confused when we were talking about the Denver Giants game there.
Yes.
For a bit. I mean, that's insane. For them to be down 19-0 entering the fourth quarter and to score 33 points in a quarter. Did you watch any of that game, or did you?
Oh yeah. It's at. I was doing my best. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little sleepy. I did catch the cat nap for small stretches throughout the entire day after our big night out on Saturday. But yeah, the home stretch of this one with the comeback by Denver, how could you not be invested in it? It was unbelievable.
Mm-hmm. And just the way, like, Nix was really good. He was, he looked composed. I mean, he didn't look like he was chasing the game. But when you got that kind of lead, you got to nail that down. I mean,
you guys touched on it earlier too, like the extra point being missed by the kicker. That's unacceptable. He missed 2 extra points on the day.
You think about it, but
like that guy's in the unemployment line today.
Yeah, I mean, the Giants should have the same amount of wins as Dallas and Washington right now. Dallas is 3-3-1. Washington's 3-4. The Giants had that game. They would have been 3-4, and right, they're hanging in there. And then that game they pissed away against New Orleans, technically they should have been 4-3.
Right.
So it's there. You can see the pieces with the Giants. I mean, obviously they missed Malik Neighbors, but there are some pieces there. And Scatterbo was coming on. I don't think he was that great yesterday, but the pieces are there. You can see some stuff coming together. But you can't piss away a win when you're up 19-0 in the fourth quarter. And not just that, you gave up 33 points in the fourth quarter. What else caught your eye yesterday, Duke, when you look across the NFL? I mean, we said a little bit earlier, that Vegas performance, that's so unacceptable.
Kenny Pickett starting next week.
Oh.
I don't know what's left to be said there. The Chiefs, and so as much as you want to malign the Raiders and how poorly they played and have been playing, you got to give credit to the Chiefs because Rashee Rice, first game back off suspension, looks full tilt, right? It's their best weapons added back to the receiver core. Mahomes kind of looking back, slow start to the year. The whole team was, but they are full steam ahead. The Titans, they're terrible. Cam Ward, that one, and because Cam Ward has pretty small hands, right?
Yeah.
That was one of the knocks on him coming to the draft, and that one snap that he doesn't handle, loses it on the backswing, recovered for a touchdown in the end zone. So bad things for the Titans. That's the first game after firing their head coach. My worst bet of the day, Kevin, dumbest bet of the day. I took the over in the Jets-Panthers game.
Oh, wow.
It was 40, and I was like, Jets defense is so bad. I'm like, Panthers can probably put up 20 or so, and I mistakenly thought that the Jets might be able to close to match it. That was a stinker, but hey, credit to me. I also had the over in the Miami-Cleveland game, which was 36.5.
And it was 37? Oh, man. You got lucky on that one.
I did get pretty lucky on that one. But yeah, I'm kind of surprised we haven't already heard an announcement today that McDaniels has been fired, because it seems like after that type of performance, it's on the wall for him. We're at the point of the season now, Kev. It's very clear who are the good teams, who are competitive teams, and then who are the dog water teams.
Yeah,
and there are quite a few dog water
teams.
There's a lot.
There's more than I can remember in years past.
It's at this stage of the season, we're not even at the halfway point of the year yet.
I agree.
And there are so many bad teams. So, I mean, hey, that might make picking games to watch as we move forward a little bit easier, because don't bother tuning in to stuff like Miami, Cleveland, like I subjected myself to yesterday morning.
If you take that Giants Denver game out of the mix, because in the fourth quarter, I would bet a lot of people turned it off.
Yeah, it's a fair point.
So take that one out of the mix.
There was not a close game yesterday. Philly, Minnesota was the other. It was a one-score game in the fourth quarter.
Green Bay and Arizona is probably the one.
Yeah, that's true.
But you're right. The Philly, Minnesota, and that one was 28-22 final. But if you look at across the board, there wasn't
a lot
game,
of lopsided.
There wasn't a game where you went, oh man, sticking around to
watch.
And
what I meant, Carolina, it was a one-score game, possession win for Carolina against the Jets. But that's a game that nobody wanted to watch. And even if you did tune in to start, you only had to watch a few minutes of it before you told yourself, this sucks. This is terrible. I'm turning my attention elsewhere.
I listened to the Rams-Jacksonville game on the way to golf.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because I couldn't get it on TV. Could you get it on TV?
Yeah. It's TSN Plus. It wasn't on a TSN channel. It was on TSN Plus, or if you have DAZN or whatever, right? It's also streaming.
So couldn't get it, but I listened to it on the way to golf, and I'll tell you what, those guys, the announcers, they were really trashing Jacksonville.
Oh, they were. Oh, Trevor Lawrence was not. I mean, and you look at Trevor Lawrence's stat line, he's almost 300 yards. They only score 7 points. He was not good. The Rams, hey, maybe they unlocked it because they only traveled Saturday morning.
I know.
Which is insane. Normally the trends have shown that it's better to get there as early in the week as possible. And that's what Jacksonville did. They're experts at it. They go every year. They got there Tuesday. But yeah, a little bit just difference of class of teams here. Jacksonville coming back down to earth. The Rams, they're a really good club. They're a contender out of the NFC, and they showed it Sunday.
What do you think of Devontae Adams' stat line?
Yeah.
I mean, what he had 3 touchdowns and the combined 4 yards. Is that what it would be?
Yes.
So 2, 1, and 1, I think, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And when we talked about that on Friday, right, going into it, no Puka Nacua, we knew that you need a guy like Devontae Adams to step up. And yeah, the numbers sure aren't very impressive, but hey, touchdowns. Find a reliable guy in the red zone, and that can be all the difference.
To me, that's bad defense, especially after the second. Like, I mean, you kind of, I think we kind of know where it's going. It's almost like your tight end where it's like Jake Ferguson. How many times is he going to catch the 1 or 2 or 3 yard pass here just over the goal line?
Yeah.
I mean, he had another one yesterday for sure. Did he have 2? I think he might have had 2.
Yeah, good question. Off the top of my head, I can't recall.
Yeah, I mean, and CD Lamb looked pretty good, I thought.
Yeah. Hey, back sooner than I thought he was going to be. That could be a big boost to the Giants. Not that they need it offensively, but they hold the Commanders at 22 points. Daniels' injury for Washington could be concerning. He's already missed time this year.
Yeah. Text line 833-401-1440. Glenn, Terry, Blake, Matthew, Silver Scott, Matt, Austin, Aaron, Northside Norm, Farmer J, Master Yoda, and there's a few other ones that I missed here, but those are all correct answers. And the correct answer for a $50 gift certificate, Christian McCaffrey. And McCaffrey was dynamite, JJ, yesterday. Even though, I mean, Taylor was really good too, but McCaffrey had 129 rushing yards, 2 rushing touchdowns. But here is where he gets the points. 7 receptions, 72 receiving yards. So that's 14.2 there. Tack on the rest, it's 39.1 points for Christian McCaffrey, the top scoring running back yesterday in fantasy football, full PPR league. The Duke will spin the wheel during the break here, and we'll announce the winner at the top of the hour for a $50 gift certificate from First Round. Top of the hour, we'll hear from 3 Oilers yesterday who spoke after their 4-2 loss to the Detroit Red Wings, Brett Kulak, Leon Draisaitl, and head coach Chris Knobloch. We also got Connor Halley coming up at 10:20, the con man. He'll talk about his Chargers, how they got pounded by the Colts. But before that, time now for a Sports 1440 update brought to you by AWS Welding Supplies in Nisku. Product sales, servicing, calibrating, and free same-day delivery of in-stock items to Leduc, Nisku, and South Edmonton, your one-stop shop for all things welding, awswelding.ca. Here is the Duke.
The Sports 1440 update.
Game 7 in the ALCS between the Blue Jays and Mariners going tonight from Rogers Center in downtown Toronto. Jays looking for their first World Series berth in 32 years. Seattle trying to get to the Fall Classic for the first time in franchise history. Shane Bieber, George Kirby on the bump. First pitch coming just after 6 o'clock. 5-game slate in the NHL this evening. Rangers taking on the Wild from MSG. The Flyers host the Kraken. Buffalo in Montreal, just down the highway from us. Calgary playing Winnipeg, and Vegas taking on Carolina in the nightcap. Week 7 in the NFL wrapping up with a doubleheader of Monday Night Football, starting with the Lions hosting Tampa Bay. Kickoff for that one at 5 o'clock. And at 8 on the West Coast, Seattle hosting the Houston Texans. From the CFL, Montreal Alouettes signing general manager Danny Machocha and head coach Jason Moss to 2-year contract extensions. Alouettes clinching a playoff home game and could secure first in the Eastern Conference this weekend. Coming up in hour 4, the Kevin Karius Show will be joined by Connor Halley from Fantasy Frenzy, as well as the Jason Gregor Show. I'm Brandon Douglas. That's your Sports 1440 update.
Sports 1440, Stingray Radio Station. CHJR broadcasts from West Edmonton Mall and Wetaskiwin.
Download the free Stingray music app and listen wherever you go.
Getting in on the sports action you want is as easy as playing at sportselect.com. Simply make your picks online, generate your QR code, and lock in your bet at your local Lotto Spot retailer. Then sit back, watch the game, grip your chair, and high-five anyone nearby. Every bet is 100% legal with the chance of winning cash in hand. Sports Select. When you're ready to play, bet on the original. Must be 18 plus to play. Play responsibly.
Fall into savings at Wolf GMC Buick. For a very limited time, get 0% on every 2025 Buick and GMC, including the all-new Buick Envista, the Encore, Envision, and Enclave. For the GMCs, 0% on 2025s like the Sierra Half-Ton, Sierra HD, even the Yukons. Get 0% on all 2025s. Plus, get up to 84 months on the GMC Sierra Half-Ton Crew Cab. But like the leaves, these deals won't last long. Get into Wolf GMC Buick now. Wolf GMC Buick. We're making it easy.
Get the lowdown with Low Tide. Weekdays from noon to 2 on Sports 1440. He's seen it all and then some. From stats to stories, he breaks it down like no one else. Proud to be Edmonton sports leader. Sports 1440.
The new year with a Canadian country legend. December 31st, in concert at the Silent Ice Center in Nisku. Brett Kissel. She drives me crazy. Multiple CCMA and Juno Award winner, platinum-selling recording artist, and top 10 hitmaker. Celebrate the new year in Alberta, country style. Bring your friends, your cowboy boots, and your party spirit for a night full of hits, celebration, and unforgettable memories. The countdown to 2026 starts with Brett Kissel live on stage. Get your tickets now at silenticecenter.com/events.
Carve out for a cause at the Jason Greger Pizza Pig Out, presented by GS Construction. Thursday, November 6th at the Canadian Ice House, indulge in unlimited pizza from amazing local pizzerias while you help raise some dough for Kids Sport. Then vote for your favorite slice to help crown the People's Choice Award winners. Tickets to join Edmonton's biggest and best adult pizza party are just $30. Head to jasongregerpizzapigout.com for more details and to buy tickets.
Measles outbreaks are occurring in Canada, including Alberta. These outbreaks are highly preventable. Measles is an extremely contagious disease that is spread easily through the air. The best way to protect yourself, your family, and your community is to ensure you are up to date with your immunizations. Don't get measles. Get immunized. Visit alberta.ca/measles to find out if you're up to date and what to do if you're not. A message from the Government of Alberta.
With over 30 years of sports experience, this is the Kevin Karius Show, brought to you by Sports Select.
Bet on the original at sportselect.com. Please play responsibly.
This song. Old Josh Fenwick. He knows every word to this song. Can you do the whole song, Josh? No, but you know what? I always find like a song like that, I'm okay to do it while you're listening to it. But as soon as it shuts off, I'm done. It's the same thing. That's how it is. Should mention, hey, congrats to everybody at Nisku Silent Ice Center. At what we like to call the GSOC, Grand Slam of Curling. They had the finals yesterday, and Rachel Homan ended up taking on Trinzoni in the final, and Rachel Homan won 8-2. So she won Tirinzoni, pardon me. So Rachel Homan wins the Co-op Tour Challenge. In the men's final, it was Bruce Mowat and Matt Dunstone. And Dunsey, man, he's a fiery guy. Bruce Mowat won that one, the final by a score of 5-2. So, hey, congrats to everybody. And again, they had the junior at Beaumont, and they had all the kids there. So, congrats to everyone in Beaumont. We'll try to get Brad Gusho on tomorrow, Duke. I'll make a call here today, and we'll try to get Brad on tomorrow. I know he's working out here today and tomorrow, practicing. They didn't have a great tournament, and we'll try to have Brad on tomorrow. He was supposed to be with us on Friday, but we'll try to get Brad on tomorrow. And his daughter, Marissa, was curling in Beaumont too, so that'll be something to talk about. Oilers lose yesterday 4-2 in Detroit. It was a 2-1 game when a tough third goal goes in, can't go in. Leon Draisaitl scored to make it 3-2, but then an empty netter by Emmett Finney. Emmett Finney's tied for the league rookie scoring lead right now after 2 goals yesterday. Leon Draisaitl had an opportunity with 2 minutes left in the game. Breakaway. It was a weird breakaway. The puck just sort of, kind of went to the center of the ice in front of goaltender Johnny Gibson. And Leon, it looked like he had it was perfect opportunity to have a chance to tie the game. Puck rolls off the stick, and just like that, empty netter, game over. Following the contest, Leon had these post-game comments.
Leon, how difficult do you find it to build momentum in these games where you guys are, consistently chasing?
Yeah, it is.
just not creating enough offense. Obviously, not really seeing it right now, and then it's hard for sure.
When it comes to not creating enough offense, what are you seeing that's maybe limiting you guys right now?
I don't know. Certainly not for a lack of effort. I think everyone's trying really hard, but it's just it's tough going right now. It's not easy when you're not seeing it and plays are closing down on you quick. So that's just got to be better.
When the effort is there, is that just kind of a matter of time before it does start clicking?
Well, yeah, I think with the talent in here it is, but certainly frustrating.
Leon, you seem really happy with the start, getting up to nothing. You said, or the first 2 games, and talking about you could really build momentum off that. What's maybe changed? Why hasn't that momentum?
Yeah, we're just not scoring enough. I think we're playing fine defensively. It's just not. Yeah, you're not going to win very many games when you score 1 or 2 goals.
From an offensive standpoint, you're talking about you're integrating a lot of new players. How challenging has that been? Without Zach Hyman too, a lot of different things happening.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of time, but it's not that. It's me. That's certainly not feeling it right now. So, the game changes when your top guys, are feeling it and they're seeing it and they're creating offense. It changes the entire dynamic of a group. So, just have to take a look in the mirror and figure something out to be better.
You have played into June a couple times now. Is it tough to get going in a season when the game's a little bit different?
Yeah, certainly. We've played an awful lot of hockey the last 3 years, 4 years, and not a lot of break, not a lot of rest time. And there comes a time where, maybe it catches up to you a little bit, but, there's another team that went through the same thing, and we got to find a way to push through it. And, just take a look in the mirror and just be better.
Draisaitl following yesterday afternoon's 4-2 loss in Detroit. Draisaitl so far this season leads the team along with Ryan Nugent-Hopkins with 4 goals. He's got 2 assists as well. 2 power play goals for Leon. He's got the 1 assist. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, has 2 assists. So RNH is at 6 points, Leon at 5. 2 power play goals for Leon. Did get that 5-on-5 goal finally. We had texters and we've talked about this. You got to get to the net, go harder. Go to the net, penetrate. It hasn't happened yet. Pay the price. Evan Bouchard is pointless so far this year. He's also a -5. That is the Green Jacket winner so far. Leading the way in plus-minus and has been arguably the best defenseman since the beginning of the season in the 6 games is Brett Kulak. Kulak is +6. And if you talk about consistency in all of the games, and we're talking 3 losses here, Kulak has probably been the Oilers' best defenseman. +6, 2 assists, and this is on the 3rd pairing. Ty Emberson's at +3. So therein does not lie the problem with these 2 guys. Kulak addressed the media following yesterday's game as well.
But how difficult is it for you guys to, gain momentum when you're chasing the game?
Yeah, it's tough. I thought we started really well, like we did the last few games, and they're a good team. They're skating hard, and they got some momentum rolling over there. And I think it was just a case of they kind of stuck with their plan longer than we did. That we started forcing plays, turning more pucks over, and it made the night easier on them.
It's uncharacteristic for this group to only put up 18 shots in a game. So what are you kind of seeing that's maybe limiting you guys that way?
Yeah, I think that just is probably directly to do with our zone entries. We're not putting pucks in low. I think that's the game. A lot of the times it's not cutting and weaving and putting passes through guys all the time. It's a lot of times, especially when things aren't going your way, you just put pucks low and get pucks back and work to build your goals.
Brett, have these last 2-3 games, these losses, have they felt similar in the way that it happened?
Yeah, I think so. I think there's some things that keep happening, and I think it's probably everyone in the room would say the same thing. It's on our entries or coming through the neutral zone, just those little plays where you might think and feel confident you have a play to make, but you end up turning it over, and then we're spending too much time in the D zone.
Why is that happening? Do you think it's a lot of new bodies? Is it just a lack of execution? What do you think is kind of leading to something?
Yeah, I don't know if I can point to one thing. Everyone's committed and prepares for the games like they should, and we all want to win, and we're all trying our best for sure. But yeah, it's hard. The game happens quick. Things are there, and then they close away in half a second. So if it's probably a case of that, you see a play there being made, and then next thing you know, sticks in the way, and they're intercepting the pass and turning it the other way.
You guys have played hockey into June 2 years in a row, 3 of the last 4. Are those those games are a lot different than these games? Is it tough to kind of get the ball rolling when you know that there's still a lot of runway here?
Yeah, I think there's lots of positives we got to keep looking at that we've had. We had a good training camp, lots of new guys in here who are contributing to the team on a day-to-day basis, which is great. And I think we got to the guys who have been here the last few years, you got to fall back on what made us successful through the postseason and make sure we're bringing the new guys along and trying to teach them the right way too.
That's Brett Kulak following yesterday's 4-2 loss in Detroit. Third straight loss for the Oilers. They'll try to rebound tomorrow in Ottawa. Team traveled to the nation's capital last night. Day off for the players today. Of note, tomorrow it will be the 1,000th career game for Adam Henrique. So that's a major milestone for Henrique. We'll see what the lineup looks like. You would expect that Noah Philp would not come out of the lineup again. He scores another goal, even strength goal, his second of the season yesterday. Lines have been moving around. Lines have changed. We've got a couple texts in saying about the Oilers not having any fun. Well, losing's not fun, is it? So you have to do things because I said get to the net, penetrate, and texter came in a little while ago. That was Brian Fan. Forget the net. Have fun. We're good enough to have fun and win. But again, you got to do all these things to make it fun, Brian. I mean, it's just that simple. If you are on the perimeter and not doing any penetrating, as again, texter earlier said, Oilers are the number 1 team in 5v5 offensive zone time and last in goal scoring. What's that tell you? I mean, that's the most simplest stat that you can come up with. If you are leading the league playing in the other team's zone, but you're last in 5v5 goal scoring, well, it just tells you you're not paying the price. You're not doing the hard things that it takes to score. Because scoring ain't easy. You got to get to the hard areas, and you got to pay the price. We'll see what happens for tomorrow's game. But again, following yesterday afternoon's game, Coach Chris Knobloch had these comments.
Chris, only 18 shots is uncharacteristic of this group that can produce a lot of offense. What are you seeing that's maybe limiting this group right now?
I think a lot of it just the way they feel, having the confidence and executing passes, moving it up together nicely. A lot of missed passes, execution not being there, and then it just ended up being a safe play, getting in on the forecheck, something like that, rather than having a bunch of series of good passes to get it in the zone. And you saw that several times, and I think when guys are feeling more confident and just better about their game, then we'll execute those and build a little more momentum.
How can that confidence be instilled? I mean, obviously you guys want to end this road trip on a high note in Ottawa, but how do you get there?
Just execution, whether that's through practice or games, just making the little simple plays, and you accumulate that, then things start going well. But, if you're trying to make the home run pass, the big one every time, then you probably have a lot of failure, and it breaks down your game, and you're not having much rhythm or flow to your game.
Other than the offensive execution, you're talking about a couple other things too. Since the second game when you guys look so dominant against Vancouver, what do you think's really kind of happened?
Well, I think a lot of it got away from our strength of our game was just the execution of our puck play, making passes, and whether that's giving up a scoring chance immediately from a bad pass or just having to spend more time in the defensive zone.
Let's talk about one. You have a good start you did for the first couple of games, but is it a lot to ask of this group that keeps going into June to kind of reset every October and kind of get that dial running so quickly right away? Is that a tough task?
It's only my second start of the season, so I can't say that what should be acceptable and not. I think guys were ready coming into the camp. I couldn't say that the year prior. I feel that it was a bit of a drag to get going and get our game building where it should have been. This year, the atmosphere, the mood of the players, the team was in a good spot. We just need to, and that goes with me, finding out who's best for what situations, who should be playing with each other, and just having a little more consistent, being able to play a little more together.
Any update on Kapanen?
No updates right now.
Okay. And was it difficult? You're talking about finding rhythm, finding what works, what doesn't. Was that even more difficult tonight with 11 forwards?
Yeah, having 11 forwards is, it's not that. I actually don't mind running 11 forwards as long as you have 4 centermen, because somebody can always double shift. So it's not that big a deal. What is a big deal is the Kapanen. Kapanen's been playing really well for us and giving us a little more energy, a little more speed, getting in on the forecheck. I really liked this game. So hopefully it's not a long-term injury.
Leon Draisaitl was just very honest in the room saying that offense, that production, it comes with like looking in the mirror. So I'm just wondering your thoughts on that and what that can do for your team.
Well, you just look at just having the confidence and just feeling good about your game, and just we have a chance at the end, and just puck bounce, lose it when we had an opportunity at the end. So I liked our guys' energy. In the third period, I thought we had a lot of push, a lot of chances to equalize the game, but right now we just have to find it and make those plays.
What do you make of not drawing too many power? Like a couple games go none, and tonight I think same or close to it. Like what do you think of that scenario? You guys just not getting opportunities.
Yeah, a lot of it is executing, spending time in the offensive zone, making the other team defend, and we haven't made them defend very much in the last couple of games. At home, I think we did, but these last 3 games, I think we haven't put the opposition in a position to defend, and when you don't do that, you're not going to draw many penalties.
That's Chris Knobloch yesterday, and again, that's playing harder. You play harder, you're going to draw penalties. You're going to create scoring opportunities. Oilers will try to rectify things. The finale of this 5-game road trip tomorrow in Ottawa against the Senators. The game of the night tonight in the National Hockey League has to be Carolina and Vegas. Carolina's 5-0. Vegas hasn't lost in regulation at 4-0-2. Mark Stone injured on the weekend. Probably not good to go here. It was a weird play, if that's the play everyone saw on TV, the way he fell, and it was just sort of one of those unsuspecting injuries. So also tonight we got a Canadian battle, Winnipeg in Calgary to take on the Flames. Calgary 1-5, man, oh man. I mean, time's ticking there. Buffalo's in Montreal. Sabres have rattled off 2 straight after losing 3 straight. Montreal's 4-2. Hey, break up the Kraken. 3-0-2 in Philly to take on the Flyers tonight. And also Minnesota takes on the New York Rangers in New York. Can the Blue Shirts score on home ice? When we come back, the Con Man, Connor Halley. Everyone's wondering if he brought in some donuts. We'll see. That's the only thing anyone cares about. Hey, is Connor coming? Oh, is he going to have donuts? I mean, man, oh man, he brings them in a lot anyway, or the Timbits or whatever. So that's coming up after the break. It's the Kevin Karius Show with the Duke of Delburne on Sports 1440, presented by Sports Select. Again, get in on the action with hockey, football, We got basketball starting this week. And, of course, Monday Night Baseball, Monday Night Football. Bet on the original at sportselect.com. It's 100% legal. You got to be 18 plus. Please play responsibly. We're back right after the break with the Con Man, Connor Halley on Sports 1440.
Looking for the perfect used ride? Now's the time. Drive away for as little as $25 bi-weekly. Go Auto has over 7,500 used vehicles in stock with something for everyone. From budget-friendly cars and road trip-ready SUVs to powerful work-ready trucks. With around 70 locations across Canada, your next vehicle is closer than you think. Whether you're upgrading, downsizing, or buying for the first time, we've got the right ride at the right price. But don't wait. These deals won't stick around forever. Start shopping today at goauto.ca.
I hear the train.
Backed by popular demand, Folsom Prison Revisited. The story of one of the greatest concerts in history returns to the Jubilee Auditorium November 22nd. Step back in time before, during, and after this iconic Johnny Cash performance. You'll relive an event that changed the life of Johnny Cash and changed music forever. Tickets at Ticketmaster.ca and the Jubilee box office. Brought to you by Stars and Stories Live.
This hockey season, before every game, check out the pregame show with Andrew Walker on Sports 1440. It's brought to you by Titan Supply, your only source for rigging, lifting, and hauling products. Visit titansupply.ca.
Hey everybody, it's Jason Strudling. How would you like to join me and the superstars of hockey on an exotic holiday? Join us on a 7-night cruise through the Mexican Riviera, leaving from Los Angeles and including Cabo, Mazatlan, Puerto Vallarta, and more. While we relax and cruise the tropical waters, you can attend an intimate meet and greet with legends like Bill Ranford, Fernando Pisani, Kelly Buckberger, Ron Lowe, Gene Principe, Jack Michaels, Louis DeBrusque, and more. There's still time to get in on every hockey fan's dream cruise. Book now and save $500 per couple. The Edmonton Hockey Legends Cruise. Price start at just $23.99. Part of the proceeds support the Ben Stelter Foundation and Kids with Cancer.
Visit cast.tours/Edmonton. Call 1-833-347-7678. Call now to book and save $500 per cabin when you mention promo code Stingray Radio. That's cast.tours, 1-833-347-7678.
3 locations, endless sports action. Sully's Sports Bar and Lounge. Sully's is the place to catch every game this fall. With tons of TVs, there's never a bad seat in the house. Check out the game night food and drink features and bring your friends for all the fun with Oilers watch parties all season long. Sully's Sports Bar and Lounge at all 3 Century Casino locations, Edmonton, St. Albert, and Century Mile.
Stories, guests, and insights. This is Sports 1440 and the Kevin Karius Show.
All right, welcome back to the big program. 10:22 in Edmonton. Kevin Karius, Duke of Delburne with you on Sports 1440. We got Josh Fenwick, Sam the Record Man in studio as well. And time now for the game of the day, which is tonight. It's the game of the day. Brought to you by St. Albert Dodge. Their biggest sale of the year includes the all-new 2025 Jeep Compass. It's a Jeep. What more do you want? It's a 4x4. What more do you want? It's got that 8.4-inch touch screen. It's got the keyless entry. It starts at $34,900. It's only at stalbertdodge.com. As we welcome in the con man, Connor Halley, for his Monday morning hit. Good morning, con man.
Good morning. That Jeep sounds way nicer than my Jeep.
Well, it's got the big 8.4-inch touchscreen.
That's what I need.
Yeah.
Mine is like
it's a small little one.
Yeah, and it is a touchscreen.
You know,
it's
some
10 years old. It's held up very well, but it's not as luxurious as that bad boy.
I mean, I don't know what vehicle I was even watching an advertisement on TV, but the whole basically dash is now one great big screen.
It's crazy.
That might be a Cadillac or something. I don't know, but
my dad had a luxury car, which he's since swapped out, but it had like the speed on the mirror, or like the windshield. It was crazy. Yeah, it was the advancements in cars.
It's unreal.
And then I'm just with mine, putting around. But
well,
I'm not a car guy.
I've got the nice one from St. Albert Dodge. It's the Durango, but it's a GT, and that it goes.
You're just ripping
I
around out
gotta
there.
watch myself, to be honest with you, because I'm like, whoa, all of a sudden you're going 80 and a 60, but you think you're going like 40.
Yeah. Sounds
so,
nice.
Yeah. Yes, our game of the day is tonight. And Toronto Blue Jays, that was fun last night to watch that. And
Yeah.
just to make, to get back down 2-0, to get back to where you're forced in a game 7. I think that's just fine. I mean, a lot of people are still talking about game 5, but that's in the rearview mirror.
Who cares?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter at all. And I think this is what baseball fans kind of deserve after the NLCS, just the Dodgers handling their business. And I kind of in the back of my mind feel like, is this just like for second place because the Dodgers are so good and like Shohei Ohtani had the best game of all time over the weekend?
Well, maybe
Like,
they cool off. Maybe
they're just really damn good and they're gonna roll through whoever they play. I'm hoping we get a good series in the World Series, but back of my mind, I'm thinking this might just be for second place.
So
But
do you think Shohei's performance on Friday was the best ever in any
it
sport?
might have been, I was like baseball for sure. Any sport,
it's funny when you say that because there's a couple performances in baseball that equal it. Like Rick Wise back in the 70s. And I mean, this is era to era and it's tough. Rick Wise had he had a no-hitter and he hit 2 home runs.
Pretty good.
Okay, so, but
What
it wasn't
game?
in the playoffs. It wasn't in the playoffs. So that's a difference.
That's a different.
It's different
against a really good Brewers team.
Like we said, we're trying to think like in another sport, it would be like, use Connor McDavid if he put up a hat trick and maybe 6 points.
Yeah.
And then put the pads on for the third period.
Yeah.
And they needed it was 6-5 and he shut them out.
Tom Brady had a perfect game offensively and then lined up at defensive end and got 3 sacks.
Something.
Like it's baseball is a sport where fortunately, I think it lends itself where it could happen, but it doesn't happen. It's just Shohei and what was his name? Rick Wise?
Rick Wise. There's also a couple other guys that hit grand slams.
Yeah.
2 grand slams. And but it's going back. And again, it wasn't in the playoffs.
Yeah. I'm saying that's the greatest game of all time from Shohei Ohtani. Like to do what he did on the mound and then 3 home runs, like
so 10K, 6.
He's just, ho hum, whatever, just doing my job. Like he's unbelievable. And still go back to that day when we were tracking that private jet thinking maybe he's on his way to Toronto. Maybe this is happening. Obviously it didn't, but yeah, he's unbelievable. And I just think the Dodgers, they just roll out great starter after great starter and they get great performances. And it kind of like shows that regular season, even though they might not have had the best regular season, they kind of similar to like the Oilers and Panthers going into the playoffs last year. Like, okay, well, we're a little beat up. We just got to get healthy and then we'll handle our business in the playoffs. And they've done that.
If you look at a guy like, say, let's just use Blake Snell. Say the Jays win tonight. So like Blake Snell basically totally neutralizes everybody on the left side of the plate. So that takes Lucas out of the mix. It takes Barger out of the mix. It takes Varsho out of the mix. That's a lot of stuff from your left side there.
Yeah.
And Snell would just mow him down. So, but what do you think about tonight, Conman? We got Bieber going for the Jays. So
yeah, I mean, after we always saw, his last performance, kind of kept it on the rails there. My other slow start, I believe, was it
got the 2-run home run right
and
off
then
the hop.
rely on your bats to get back into it. So, I mean, I'm fired up. The crowd's going to be crazy, and the bats are kind of coming alive here. You're seeing guys step up, and it's nice to see someone like Vlad Guerrero elevate his game when it matters, because he was a big question mark down the stretch of the regular season, right? Like, when's the bat going to come alive? And it's certainly come alive and at the biggest stage. So, I mean, I'm hoping for fireworks. I'm hoping we have another fun game, but at the same time, like the gray hairs and the heart, I'm like, 8-0 would be fun
funny,
too.
yeah.
Like if they could get a great win, that'd make it a little bit easier.
As you say, I mean, if Bieber can get out of that first inning, like let's just pretend if you were to look ahead and what happened again, it was Rodriguez that hit the 2-run shot on him, but he settled in.
Yeah.
He settled in after that.
Kind of saw like Scherzer as well, just like a little bump and then
The
finding
thing that worries me about Bieber tonight, and maybe you'll see Seattle not do it because they chased that low cutter, slider, whatever you want to call it, on the bottom outside quarter, and they chased it, and they couldn't recognize it. If they stop swinging at that, then he's going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
So
what do you do to set them up to?
well, I mean, you got to really nibble that corner then.
Mhm.
But now you're getting because it's coming in and it's going dipping down, diving to that bottom outside corner. So it's still a great pitch. But if you look back at the prior game, he got them to chase on at least a dozen of those.
Yeah.
And it's almost like, and I mean, I'm not comparing Bieber to Little at all, Brandon Little, but if batters don't chase that pitch that's way outside on Little,
yeah,
if they chase that, you're in trouble. If you don't chase it, he's going to walk you, or he's going to throw it down the middle, and it's going to be Gonzo Alonso.
Yeah.
So
that Mariners line, I mean, what Naylor's doing this series,
it's fun.
I think he's in pain.
Yeah,
like I don't know. You watch him, and he's kind of lumbering around, but man, at the plate, he's a weapon this series.
He lumbers around all the time.
Yeah.
We were talking earlier, I think, with Eddie, just the fact it's too bad that the Blue Jays, they don't have a spot for him. Wouldn't he be a great Blue Jay?
He's Canadian, right?
He's Canadian. He's from Mississauga.
Pencil him in there.
Yeah, but how? Look, where's he fit? So that means what? Is he going to just be a DH? He doesn't want to just be a DH. And you got Santander already. So you can't move Vladdy to third. Vladdy's at first. You can't, Naylor's going nowhere else. So
it's just
not a fit for him.
Is he a pending free agent or anything?
Yes,
he is. Okay, yeah. So it would have been
that's why they traded him from Arizona.
28 years old. Yeah. He'll be a J when he's 34, I bet.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. He's just a good. I was telling the guys earlier, we had Jim Baba on from Baseball Canada, who just passed away a couple of weeks ago too. But we were talking about him and Naylor's body type and everything.
Yeah.
And Baba knows the whole Naylor family quite well, because Bo Naylor's obviously the catcher in Cleveland, and there's another kid that's coming. He's a shortstop.
Oh, really?
A third brother. So these guys, it's quite the baseball.
It was
family.
Naylor who got the ball in the back, right, on the wild throw to first.
I think that was Suarez.
Was it Suarez?
Yeah, sitting on the dugout there. Yeah, that was Suarez.
That was a funny play. But every time I watch Naylor, I'm like, is he hurt, or is like that's just his face when he's running bases?
But think about it, 30 stolen bases this year.
Yeah,
that's unreal. Connor Halley with us in the Sports 1440 studios, getting ready for Fantasy Frenzy and the Jason Gregor Show. We talked a lot about the Denver New York Giants game.
Unbelievable.
I mean, up 19-0, 33 points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And this is, you can't blow games like this if you want to contend. And that's where the Giants are close.
Yeah.
They got a lot of good pieces here, but you can't. They lost to New Orleans, and now this one.
Well, they're wild, right? Like then they beat the Eagles, they beat the Chargers, who I don't think are as good as I had hoped they would be.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's unbelievable just from a fantasy football perspective.
Yeah.
Bo Nix at halftime, I think 1.9 points or something, finishes with 30. I thought I had my matchup in the bag, and then Bo Nix has a pretty good half. But yeah, then that's kind of the differentiator between the good teams and the bad teams. The good teams find ways to win, bad teams find ways to lose. And the New York Giants, like, your pass rush, they're throwing. They have to. It's desperation mode, and you just can't do anything about it. It was a crazy one, absolutely, and frustrating for me as a Chargers fan as well, because I'm thinking, okay, at least they both lost to the Giants, but now they lump into first spot in the AFC West. But Denver's a good team. I think it is relying on Bo Nix and what he can do, but the good running game. I would be surprised.
Underestimated him. I don't know.
Maybe, but that could have been it. But if the Broncos can go to maybe I'd like a receiver at the deadline, and I don't know who's out there, but another weapon for Bo Nix would be huge. It was a fun game, good drama in the afternoon.
So, what do you think of your Chargers? There was times where I thought they could maybe draw closer to Indy, but they never got to that stage.
Yeah, they'd score and then be a big kick return and take the Colts right to half field, and then the defense just couldn't stop a thing. They're not good enough on either line. The offensive line, the interior was their weakness, but it stayed healthy and it's being exposed. And then the tackles, they're down to the 6th and 7th string tackles, which is just not going to work out for them. So it was bad, but the Colts are a good football team. And I think that Shane Steichen deserves a lot of credit. Like, I watched Daniel Jones play. He's making the right decisions. I'm not trying to slight him, but he's not making tough throws. Like, they're wide open. They're scheming it up very well, getting Pittman the ball, and Ty Warren, an absolute stud, the tight end position as a rookie. Like, no one's around him. I think the coaching staff does a really good job. They're making the right reads, and Jonathan Taylor's healthy again. So yeah, it's a good football team. I have questions about their defense.
Yeah.
And when they get a team like Kansas City in the playoffs, what it will look like. But yeah, that's a really good club.
What do you think of Jonathan Taylor? Is he the best back in the league right now?
As a receiver, or a running back, yeah. You take away having to catch the ball. There's those guys, but as a pure running back, I would say yes.
We ran down all his stats. Like, he's 100 yards ahead of the next closest guy, which is Williams out of Detroit.
Yeah,
he's number 2 in rushing. His carries per game, average per game, touchdowns. He's got 10 rushing touch. So
Had him in
there.
fantasy last
you?
night. So yeah, that was a kind of the saving grace for me personally, and didn't play him in any of my other leagues, which was really good. But
Yeah.
he was good last year. He's just got to stay healthy, right? That's the only thing for
That's
him.
the
When he's
whole thing,
healthy,
yeah.
he's elite. And yeah, like there's other great backs out there, but I would take him top. And the Colts emphasize offensive line as well.
Couple injuries. I think for fantasy, what are we looking at here? Like even so, Washington quarterback Daniels goes down. I think in Carolina, Bryce Young goes down. I think that's it for quarterbacks, but there's a couple that are going to be looked at today as far as injuries go. CeeDee Lamb looked good coming back.
Yeah, that was really good to see for
Yeah.
CeeDee Lamb. The Cowboys, I mean, like we've talked about, the Commanders have so many injuries.
Yeah.
I kind of had a feeling the Cowboys would get the win. That's the way I went for my ticket. But hey, they got a good offense. Even without CeeDee Lamb, they're rolling. The running game's been good with Javonte and George Pickens. And Steeler fans are like, man, did we have to move on from him? He's just got to keep the crazy under wraps. But yeah, when it comes to just slinging the football, Dak can get the job done.
Yeah. Well, 3 TDs again yesterday. What about tonight's 2 games? What do you? I mean, Duke and I had our picks. Duke went with he took Houston plus 3.5. I took Tampa plus 6.5. So we both took dogs. I don't know that. And Duke said he's going hard over under in the Detroit Tampa Bay game. 52,
Hard over?
Hard over. Yeah, 52.5.
We're expecting fireworks. Mike Evans expected to draw back into the lineup, which is good.
Ibuka too.
Like, yeah,
likely. Like I'd say
they might
better
need
than
him.
50-50.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun matchup. I'm a little frustrated. Like that's the game I want at 8:00 because I think it's going to be a little bit more entertaining than Houston Seattle. Like Houston Seattle could be competitive, but that might be a game where I'm taking the under, which I don't love. But I think these guns could go either way. I feel like the first game is going to be all the fun and enjoyment, and then the second games we're going to be like, this kind of sucks compared to that one.
Fantasy hockey. What's shaking? What's baking there? I think you guys were giving me the gears. I think I was almost in last place. I think I'm coming on here.
Well,
I think I'm T19. It said this morning.
Randy's still sitting at the top. Ashley in second, then Bad Niv, who tunes in quite a bit, tied for third with Shannon. And I'll scroll through it here. I think I'm in 16th spot.
Ooh.
14th now. So hanging kind of right around the middle. Let's scroll all the way down.
Yeah.
Duke.
Is Duke in last place still? Is he in last?
Essentially. No, he and longtime listener Dean tied for second last. There is a team that didn't make any picks, so they have no selections, but not looking good there. Tamara in sales. Wait, no, I wouldn't say sales.
Traffic.
Accountant.
Yeah.
Boss. Pretty low down there as well.
Down there too. Did SKS go in? Because he'd be in last for sure.
I don't think he did. I think he stayed out of it.
The way he texts about Blue Jays baseball, I swear they'd think he was the manager of the team. He went to the game there,
but isn't he a Yankees fan?
No, I think he's Jays fan.
Jays fan? Oh, I thought he was dropping his Yankees a few times over there by the bar, but I can't find you right now. So I
thought T19.
19. Oh, you're catching up to me then.
Oh, I'm coming, man.
Are you healthy?
Pretty. I think Raymond came back, right? But he missed a little time yesterday. Lucas Raymond from Detroit. Other than that, I think I'm okay.
I've got Dubois and Stone.
I
knew Stone would get
I
hurt.
don't know how long Stone. And did you see the play? We just talked about it a little while ago.
No, I didn't.
It looked so innocent. It looked like nothing. Almost sort of got in a mild collision near the bench, unless it happened way before.
Yeah. Well, he's going to get hurt.
Yeah.
I should have known, but I thought maybe this was the year he avoided it.
We never really talked that Tom Wilson hit yesterday.
Oh.
Just crushed Heedle. I don't know. It's so close. I think you just got to have your head up, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's hockey. It's a contact sport. Those things are going to happen. There's those hits like Evander Kane got Regula, right? Yeah. It's just, that's kind of part of the game here, unfortunately. I don't like seeing guys get hurt, but I grew up watching Rock'em Sock'em. I love those.
Well, it's funny. You think about, we were discussing that too, like even how it's changed in broadcasting. So you got on ESPN, you got Moss.
Yeah.
Right? But before it used to be Berman and Tom Jackson, and they would just show guys getting lit up.
Jacked up.
That
was a can't miss segment.
I mean, like these guys were barely getting off the field. And they were celebrating it.
That was appointment television.
Yeah.
Like we would flip over just for Jacked Up. Yeah. Just to scream along with them. And concussions.
Too bad.
Bell's rung. He's okay.
Your head is, dispatched from your shoulders. What's the big deal?
Laughing
You know?
about it as
Yeah.
they're rolling around
Guys
in
are,
pain.
unreal.
Hey, they should bring that segment back, and just because we don't see those huge hits anymore, like
No.
very rarely do we see them.
There'd
Bring
be
it
a
back,
piano
jacked up.
background. That's what it would be like.
Yeah.
What's coming up on the Gregor Show? I know fantasy, you guys will be busting down NFL and stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're not going to talk Oilers on Fantasy Frenzy. I'd give people a break from that. I think on the Gregor Show today, well, we got Sean Brown back in
Oh,
studio.
good.
He was supposed to be back 2 weeks ago, but he was a little under the weather, so he stayed home. And then long weekend last week. So Brownie makes his debut. Kevin Woodley from End Goal Magazine. Obviously, we're going to be talking some Jays. Spec will be by. Cam Tate's 2-minute warning. Lots to get to.
I didn't know Spec came back. He's back in town. I thought he was still on the road.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then, I just assumed he was, but he came back yesterday. So he's in town.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's good for him.
Yeah,
and his family, but that's a nice road trip.
Yeah. Well, so he actually left yesterday. He wasn't even in Detroit.
Oh.
So
didn't miss much, did he?
Well, not really. Yeah. So 3 losses in a row. I'm sure you guys will talk a lot about that coming up on the Gregor Show.
Those afternoon games, Kev.
Yeah, I know. I know. And I hate them. Well, there's back-to-back next week and both 8:00 games at night on Saturday, Sunday.
Oh.
It's, Seattle on Saturday.
I was thinking if I have to work those ones. I don't think so.
Well, I don't know. Don't look at me. And then, and then on Sunday night, it's 8:00 as well.
That's the worst one.
Oh,
Or like the 7:30 PT games on Sunday nights were terrible.
Well, even like we were talking about how many home. So, that I detest Edmonton Elks Sunday night home games at 5:00. It's just a waste of time. So they had 2 of them back to back this year. How many home games do you think the Oilers have this year on their schedule on Sunday night?
1?
They have 3.
3? Okay.
So on a 41 game schedule, they have 3, and their early starts, I think they're all 6:00-ish.
You're like me. Sunday night, you just want to be on the couch. Like
that's your time. You get ready. But I think that's pretty good for the Oilers. Think about it. Out of 41 games, 3 Sunday night games. The Elks have 9 home games. They have 2.
I wouldn't even mind like a 4:00 start time on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Just get it done. But yeah, the CFL, I don't think they did the Elks any favors this year.
Thursday night start.
Yeah. And then,
the 2 Sunday nighters.
The Saturday.
Well, look at this Friday. This Friday's kickoff's not going to be till 7:45 minimum.
Yeah. 7:30.
It says 7:30, but it's the second game of the doubleheader.
When I was a younger gentleman, like 19, 20, 21, I loved those games though. You'll throw on a few more layers, get some couple drinks, warm you up.
Well, I have no problem with an 8:00 game. They should have one 8:00 game here in June when it's the longest night of the year. Because it's still late out at 11. But 8:00 games here on the end of October. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Okay, if you're playing Friday night, okay, it's got to be at 7:00.
I'm with you totally.
So stupid.
The league could do the team a few more favors when it comes to scheduling next year.
Well, and again, like even on Saturday, like it should be have it at 2:00.
Oh,
have it,
games.
Why not?
You set it up for a beautiful day.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Conman. Have
Thank
a good
you.
one, buddy. That's Connor Halley from Fantasy Frenzy and the Jason Gregor Show right here on Sports 1440. That was the game of the day brought to you by St. Albert Dodge, where, again, the biggest sale of the year is on right now. On the 2025 Jeep Compass, it starts at $34,900. You better believe it, baby. We're back to wrap up the show. Kevin Karius, Duke of Delburne on Sports 1440, presented by Sports Select. We're also streaming on YouTube, X, Facebook, and Instagram.
Hi, Mike here from Northgate Chevrolet Buick GMC. I'm super excited to tell you today that we have fed over 250 families so far with our Feed 500 Families event. With that said, we are still short of our goal. We have decided to continue this on through to the end of October. With your help and your support, we can get this done. Please stop in and see us today, 13215 97th Street, or visit us online at northgategm.com.
Weekly NFL giveaways, drink specials, huge screen TVs. The hits keep coming at First Round, Edmonton's NFL headquarters. Watch NFL football at First Round, and you could win a trip to your favorite NFL city for a regular season game next season. Catch NFL action Thursday nights, all day Sunday, starting with the Pro Bowl brunch from 10:30 to 2. Then Monday night, with half-price boneless wings after 6 p.m. First Round, burgers, beer, sports. Downtown and Bourbon Street, West Edmonton Mall.
The future of female hockey
is here. It's season 2 of the Female Super League, the first ever female-only independent hockey division in Western Canada, with teams from British Columbia, Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba. Featuring 16U, 14U, and 12U divisions, the FSL brings showcase weekends packed with thrilling games, and our 14U and 16U have been pioneering the advanced body checking rule, empowering young players. The Female Super League, where the best in female hockey takes center ice. Details at femalesuperleague.com.
Edmonton's go-to station for all things sports is Sports 1440.
From Low Tide to Kevin Karius and Jason Greger, we deliver the latest on your favorite teams.
Tune in 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
To Sports 1440.
Prostate cancer affects 1 in 6 men in Alberta, and this November we're fighting back. Every dollar raised fuels early detection and life-saving support. Donate today for the men in our province. Visit keepitinalberta.ca to start your fundraiser or donate today.
Looking at the Alberta weather forecast, wild, unpredictable, brutally tough.
When the weather turns tough, Titan Supply doesn't back down. Titan Supply has been protecting workers from conditions like this for 50 years. We stand tall with you against the elements with the industry's best rigging, hauling, and lifting products to get you home safe. Tire chains, wire rope, round slings, chain slings, and a whole lot more. Titan Supply in Edmonton, Grand Prairie, Red Deer, and Calgary. Online at titansupply.ca. Lift, dig, haul.
Wendy's most important deal of the day has a fresh lineup. Pick any 2 breakfast items for $4. New 4-piece French toast sticks, bacon or sausage wrap, biscuit or English muffin sandwiches, small hot coffee, and more. Limited time only at participating Wendy's. Taxes extra.
The Karius Show, breaking down Edmonton's favorite teams, even though his favorite Junior A hockey team is the Yorkton Terriers. Thanks for checking in with Sports 1440.
All right, welcome back to the big program. 1046 in Edmonton. Kevin Karius, Duke of Delburne with you on Sports 1440. Got to mention again, we got Blue Jays baseball tonight, 6 o'clock right here on Sports 1440. Have a listen. It's going to be a great night to watch baseball. Listen to baseball if you can't watch it. If you're heading out somewhere, maybe you're getting home late, but we got Jays baseball at 6 bells. It's going to be a great, great night. Should mention too, Duke, got a vote today. And I'm going to go vote after. I didn't do the advance polling. I'm going to go vote because if I don't vote, we can't bitch and complain about the LRT.
Right.
Here.
You got to,
right?
do your civic duty, right? Exercise your franchise, as they say.
Because again, we'll be talking about the LRT here. And so what are we looking at here? Almost 4 more years before I think it's going to get running from line to line. I'm saying all the way, if that's the Valley Line way, wherever the hell it is, all the way to
Lewis Farms.
Lewis Farms, yes. 4 more years. Wow. Text 833-401-1440. This is from Tim. Hey, Tim. Hey, man, I remember this guy. Tim says, hey, KK, no one is old enough to remember Bob Gibson in the 1968 World Series against the Detroit Tigers, striking out 17 in a complete game. Still a record to this day compared to the load management crap recently. It's not Ohtani territory, but worth mentioning when speaking of great performances. You bet it is, Tim. You better believe it is. And how about this story, Tim? And I hope a few of the listeners that I've known for a long time, and I'm drawing a blank for his last name, but he passed away a few years ago. Harry was his name. He was at Moe's Sports Parlor all the time, and then he went over to Billy Budd's after that. And then there was another, I think it was where the off track is on just off 99th. It's another place, another bar. Harry was in there all the time. If someone can remember this, please text in 833-401-1440. This is a guy from Edmonton. He went down and he was in the St. Louis Cardinals organization in the 60s. He was a catcher. Harry was his name. Hopefully, man, I wish Doug Monroe was listening right now. Anyway, Harry's catching an exhibition game with Bob Gibson. And he started to get out of his crouch to go up to the mound. And if you think what Max Scherzer did to John Schneider the other day, it was this times 100. Harry told the story years and years ago. Again, he passed away several years now. And basically he said, get back to behind the plate. Don't you ever come out here ever again while I'm on the mound. And Fitzgerald's, Kevlar says that was the bar. Fitzgerald's, yes. Thanks, Kevlar. I wish I knew Harry's last name. Man, it's driving me nuts. It's just off the tip of my tongue. But what a great story. Tim also said Gibson was a Golden Gloves boxer. Well, I mean, he would have knocked the crap out of Harry there. That's for sure. Doug texts in, our buddy Doug. It's going to be at least 5 years for the LRT to run at least 1 year to test the system, if not more. What do you think, Duke? Could this be there's no way it could be 2030.
Like your estimation isn't long enough.
Well,
that would be something. Hey, I was really pushing for it to get going because I live over kind of west of the Henday there in that area.
Mhm.
Now I'm in the process of moving right now. My new apartment isn't quite as ideally located. If I were to, head over and get on the Lewis Farm stop and ride the train in here to the mall, should it ever get running. So all of a sudden my motivation is waning because I wouldn't ride it anyway. It's out of the way now to go get on it.
So the closest pad or stop is going to be where for you then? Like what?
It'll still be Lewis Farms. Like I'm just south of it now
Yeah.
instead of like almost right beside it.
So would you ever, okay, in 4 years, Duke, would you ever drive to Lewis Farms and then get on the LRT and maybe go to, say, an Elks game or an Oilers game? How long would that take you to get down there?
Yeah, it's a good question. It would take me it would only take me like 5-ish minutes to drive.
But you got to park.
But they have a big parking lot there. That's part of the construction at the west end of it is a big lot.
Okay.
And you have to think like to get downtown, it would be a half dozen or more stops, and then you'd probably have to switch trains to get onto the Commonwealth one to the original line. Outside, like it would take less time still, I think, because of traffic and parking implications.
Yeah.
But you have to keep in mind, like, where are we at with the LRT and its safety? That's a big concern for people right now. How safe do you feel when you're riding it, getting on and off, depending on time of nights, different stops, etc. So listen, I rode the LRT a lot when I was in university.
Yeah.
Because we were always going like downtown to the bars or wherever. You didn't have to get your car home.
Yeah.
At worst, you'd walk home or take a cab or an Uber. The real thing we did on Wednesday nights going for wings downtown was because normally people would have a night class on Wednesday. So we'd all meet at the university stop at 9 when night class was over, all get on the train, ride down. And then the goal was how much beer could we drink from the time we got there and then still catch the last train home.
What time was that, the last train?
I want to say like just after midnight.
Okay.
Midnight or so. So we had, 2.5 hours to eat an order of wings or two. And we would be going to the Pint. Was our favorite spot, Pint downtown. They had the table kegs, right? It was about 7 pints worth of beer in one thing with the little ice stick in it. And you see if you could put one of those away on your own, solo a table keg. And then it was great because if you had to walk home at that point, you were in big trouble. You'd be pretty tipsy.
So I'm worried about like here on 87th with the LRT, that steep incline. So if the train is going westbound,
right,
in the middle of winter, I just don't see there being like the
You scared of the tracks being too icy or what?
Not icy, just it's an incline, and that's a lot of weight to go uphill that hard, that quick. And then there's a hard left and right turn. It's like a roller coaster.
Yeah, I thought it'll be fun.
Oh yeah, it's going to be great fun. We'll see. You can just see that thing going off the tracks. Big thanks to our good buddy Terry O'Flynn, who just texted me. He said the other place was Fitz's as well, and the guy's name was Harry Hodgson, and it was just off the tip of my tongue. Thanks, Tio. And then he goes, not that I was ever in Moe's, great guy. Tio and all the guys, we would go to Moe's quite frequently. Moe's was right by Global, right? So we could go. You'd go out the back door, and you're there in about 10 seconds. It was the best.
Pretty lickety split for you. Hey?
Well, it would be good. Like years and years, like in the late 90s, like even before like Darren Detition, he would slide in there in the early 90s. And he had he was in there an awful lot. And then he had a little room upstairs at Global where he would sleep it off. How's that sound? and we kind of all did. I wouldn't say sleep it off, but man, and Johnny Sexsmith was another guy. Like, he would have been in there we were in there all the time. So, thanks for all the great texts today. That was a lot of fun. Should mention that NHL tonight, we got the 5 games. A lot of people will be keeping an eye on that Vegas game with Carolina. Also, the Calgary Flames taking on the the Winnipeg Jets tonight. So a couple of critical games for sure. Coming up at the top of the hour, it is Fantasy Frenzy with
the former Rochette T-Bird,
Connor Halley, and the Duke of Delburne. At 12 o'clock, it's the Lowdown with Alan Mitchell till 2. Jason Greger drives us home with the Jason Greger Show till 6. And then once again, we've got Toronto Blue Jays baseball at 6 o'clock. First pitch just after 6. We'll have, is it Schulman on the call again? Yeah. So Schulman and I think Chris LaRue. Yeah. Chris LaRue on color. So we'll be back with you tomorrow morning, bright and early at 7 o'clock. And hopefully we'll have Brad Gusho on. I got to make that call here right away. Before all of that, time now for a Sports 1440 update brought to you by Loca Quality Market. Your next dinner's ready with Loca Quality Market's gourmet meals. Choose from over 200 chef-prepared meals. Shop local at loca.ca. Once again, thanks everybody for listening. Thanks for all the great texts. Hey, thanks to you for sending in that. Yeah, Harry Hodgson used to catch back in the day in the St. Louis Cardinals organization and caught Bob Gibson in the 60s. Unreal. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock. Have a wonderful rest of your Monday. Here is the Duke.
The Sports 1440 update.
Game 7 in the ALCS between the Blue Jays and Mariners going tonight from the Rogers Center in downtown Toronto. Jays looking for their first World Series berth in 32 years. Seattle trying to get the Fall Classic for the first time in franchise history. Shane Bieber, George Kirby on the bump. First pitch just after 6 o'clock. 5-game slate in the NHL this evening. Rangers taking on the Wild from MSG. The Flyers hosting the Kraken. Buffalo's in Montreal, just down the highway from us. Calgary playing Winnipeg. And Vegas taking on Carolina in the nightcap. Week 7 in the NFL wrapping up with a Monday Night Football doubleheader. Detroit hosting Tampa Bay at 5. Then Seattle taking on Houston from the Pacific Northwest starting at 8. This side of the border, Montreal Alouettes extending general manager Danny Machocha and head coach Jason Moss to 2-year extensions. Owls have secured a home playoff game this season and will play for first in the East Division this weekend. Coming up on Sports 1440, it is Fantasy Frenzy with Hallie and Douglas. I'm Brandon Douglas at your Sports 1440 Up.